Qui-Gon Jinn. Sound like Qui-Gon Jinn.
Hello, how is everyone doing tonight? This is a Tism Basement special. At first, it was kind of weird. I had something else planned, and then Skull threw out happy hour. Red was on board, and then, I just thought it was Red. And then I asked, well, where's the other two? So now you have a Tism Basement happy hour, where you got the Tism Basement and Red Foreman, Taco and Sandwich. If you put it all together, sounds like Red Foreman's taking his dumb, retarded ass kids to a picnic. But anyways, let's get this intro going and start the show. All right, is that it for the intro? Yes. All right, let me bring in my co-hosts. Skull, Sandwich, Red, and Taco. How are you guys doing tonight? You fucking old people.
You fucking dirty motherfucker. You're taking retarded kids out to a picnic. Fuck you.
I was talking to my dad. I brought it up, and he laughed so fucking hard at that. I was like, you know what? It's like one of my internet associates is taking his retarded kids to lunch because I was just talking about the show because I was running around. Oh fuck! But it was a funny idea, and here we are. Chat, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you? More importantly, how are you, chat? Welcome to the spooky stream.
Spooky stream. Let's hope I don't fuck it up like I did on my own channel 6 months ago.
I mean, as long as you don't have me suggesting to like look up fucking retarded shit.
Yeah, I think you derailed it, but you also laid the seed for the Tism basement when I was like, fuck it, why don't we just do a funny, I remember that night. It was pretty fucking hilarious. Is this the Tism hour or the happy Tism? It is, whatever you want to say, but I couldn't find the original font for the happy hour, so I just took their colors and made my own logo, as you can see. But everybody,
good job.
I have an intro
Oh shit!
song.
Hold on. You guys hear that?
No.
Listen.
What?
Ice Cream Man.
Oh, Christ.
I can't hear shit.
I'm fucking.
God.
Look, it's the Tism basement. Right? Oh, here we go.
I hear it. Okay.
Yep.
I hear it.
Yeah, nigga.
Let's boost
You know, there's some autistic motherfuckers out there that can dox you by looking at the ice cream trucks on a GPS with this time. Yeah.
Isn't that how they tried to get that Shia LaBeouf thing? Well, no, they used airplane.
He did.
Airplane chemtrails and shit.
Yep. Chemtrails.
Yep.
But I got Viper, I suicided McAfee. Oh, what was he saying, Sandwich? I'm sorry.
Oh, I just want to say there was like 6 different flags that they found. One of the ones that was in Tennessee that they found, they had this fucking maniac that was driving in circles.
Yeah, I remember,
blowing his horn.
I think I know what you're talking about. How they figured it out was they seen him, like those pictures of Shia LaBeouf at a random bar, and they said, well, let's drive around for like a 20-mile radius and start honking shit.
Yep. And they listened when the honks were getting louder.
He finally got angry and put it in just a room. Somehow it was just in a locked room, sitting on a TV or something, and these crazy motherfuckers somehow determined where it was at and what time it was by the shadows and shit, and somebody found the place and proceeded to throw a rock through the window of the apartment. That was the funniest shit. Those were some absolute autists that does that shit, man. Bunch of them got together, but they do crazy shit like that. They called an airstrike on some terrorists in Afghanistan 4 or 5 years. I think it was 2014. Russia was trying to bomb some. I think it was in Syria, but I could be wrong. They were having some trouble, and they tracked down from some of the recruitment videos they put out. They tracked down where it was at, had a pretty good idea, forwarded the information to somebody in the Russian army, and they ended up bombing the fuck out of it the next day. You don't want to fuck with 4chan. 4chan's just crazy like that. Yeah. When they get their teeth in something.
Mm-hmm. It's very true. Autism is a hell of a weapon. But speaking of autism, there's a guy named Viper the rapper, and John McAfee just died, and I think I figured out how John McAfee died, and I will play that song for everybody. Let's start at 0.
He choked to death on a mouthful of shit.
I mean, Viper shit in his mouth, I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh, you know he like having third world horse shit in his mouth, right?
Oh yeah, that's been, for sure.
I'll never understand why they want my fall. Maybe it's because now I got it all. I find out these haters really want me gone. Busted up, put to sleep by the chrome. I'll never understand why they want my fall. Maybe it's because now I got it all.
By the way, this is as loud as it
I
goes.
got to click frustrated, angry at the world cause your cash flow sedated. Your money ain't consistent.
Hi-hat is fresh.
You broke persistent. Your team falling off, soon to be gone like a throwaway toss. That's them, not me, cause I fascinate minds with my shine while they perpetrate. When it comes to spoiling myself, I indulge. While these boys straight sick and they pockets on bud. When it comes to cash,
Oh, my autism's hurting right now.
Dude, I legitimately love Viper's first two albums.
I'm loving this win, cause I done made it.
Oh, there's I can't name the rappers that albums that I like,
I'm so
but
real, I'm above
not many
the
songs.
system.
I wouldn't even say albums. I'd say a couple songs.
I would argue that Viper's first couple albums really capture that crack aesthetic.
Oh, you know what, guys? I can get us. Okay, fuck this song. There is a weird video of Viper like trying to date rape a prostitute.
Oh, I can tell you about this. So Viper lets his fans edit his music videos, right? And he had a video that he was making with a bunch of hookers, and it was uploaded to his channel, and he's like, oh, make videos out of it, but he never edits them down. So there's literally videos of him like coercing this prostitute into fucking him, and like fucking him hitting her at the end, and that's why his old channel got terminated.
I don't think I can find it. Viper the rapper.
By the way, Sork, you see you see your DMs?
Jesus Christ, dude, what the fuck?
You want to show?
Actually, guys, I got a new thing I gotta do, cause fuck Skull. I promised 2 weeks ago to somebody I was gonna do this. Hold on.
You want to show? You want to show chat what I sent you?
No, but I got something else. Go to my pictures. I don't know if I saved it under Skull. Man, no. Give me 1 second, everybody. I gotta find this because this is genuinely funny.
Oh boy, here we go.
I gotta go to my DMs actually. Thanks for reminding me. All right. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Oh, dude. Oh, they're all deleted. No. All right. So it was actually no. I found them. All right. So let's open that. Open original. Give me 1 second, everybody. Open original. This does get kind of spooky. What was your? Okay, let's start. How is this order going? All right, so Red, what was your weirdest dream you can remember offhand? Did we lose Red?
No, I'm here.
All right, what was your weirdest dream
You
that
hear
you
me?
can remember? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. There's a couple now. I've had dead people come and talk to me, which was kind of fucking weird. That I had a friend actually that passed away when I didn't know, and I started having dreams that he was, coming by telling me to go look for him.
Oh, what?
And he's like, you need to look for me. Yeah. And best friend of mine, and we lost touch. And I found out he had died 2 years earlier.
Oh shit.
So, yeah, that's probably the weirdest. Yeah.
But that's an actual common occurrence. So like people seeing like people that they didn't know died, or people that just died visiting someone one last time. That is like a common theme among like ghost experiences.
Really? That wasn't more than.
Oh god, there's a lot of stories like that. But almost done getting all the pictures. I got 2 more, and then we'll go through them together. And I don't think Skull will find these very familiar because he's not conscious when these are created.
Oh, I'm well aware of all my sleep texts.
All right, So, if anybody doesn't know by now, Skull likes to sleep text. Or, well, I don't know if he likes it or not, because he's asleep when he does it. But blue is Cable, the other, the gray is Skull. Oh, for a second, lol. So far, so good. Oh, my waffle for a second. And then a follow-up. Oh, for coals in my head, big cheese man, no biggie cheese boy in my head.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I just had to. Because you like this, you sent me a whole bunch of pictures, so I got to go through these now. And then we'll get on to the spooky shit. Alright, so Cable says, where is the milk bladder, bladder, bladder? And then your reply is, what's your fucking took, dude? It's in the fucking truth. The ticket, the ticket, the ticket. Fucking memory gland. Oh, and I just want to say, I had permission to show these. But what was you saying? Who was talking?
You were on a different slide when you were reading that one. Me, Red, sorry. Or am I? Oh, I'm watching the stream. Sorry, I'll shut up now.
Yeah, Discord. I'm streaming on Discord, ain't I?
Yeah, you just click watch live. Like, scroll over.
Yeah,
Spark's
you
name.
are.
I just want to make sure I was on.
I'm being a boomer.
Yeah, well, don't worry. I'll have my turn soon. But this is a back and forth. Cable says, depends on what it is. Cheese. Okay, yes. Out of us. How? Yes, green veggies. Oh, shit, I just spilled my vape juice. Oh, okay. Now we excrete the cheese. How? From our milk bladder, bladder, bladder.
I mean, I'm not wrong.
I mean, we can argue
Are
you
these-
are and you aren't. These are sleep texts Skull sends to Cable randomly.
Oh yeah,
Are
is he taking? Are you taking any kind of like ambient type shit or?
No,
weird
you know what it
drugs?
is? I'm talking into a voice to text thing.
So you're sleep talking.
Oh.
And it's coming through my fucking... I'm mumbling, but also I'm, like, talking through my pillow.
So I always thought you were like just unconsciously grabbing your phone and just going to town on the keyboard. But now that
No, there are texts like that, but, like, they're mostly gibberish. This is probably more entertaining.
Alright, so this one is, sister, follow me. This is a virtual phone number and a dinosaur for the new rules in the town of Miznon. You know what? I might take that name for an MMO character.
It's a real town.
Is Miznon a real town? Where
Is it?
I don't know, but it capitalized it when I said Miznon, so therefore...
True. Alright, nothing like a book and we're going up to a nice poop in hand. A nice poop in hand, eh? Metaphor.
It's a pretty good metaphor.
Actually, alright, so, Sandwich, your turn. Weirdest dream you can remember.
Before, can we pause real
Oh,
fast?
Yeah,
Lord.
pause. Alright.
All right. So, Skull, are you sure you're not Jewish? Miznon is Jewish.
Oh.
You know this? I just Googled it.
Am I a
It's a
subliminal
restaurant in
Jew?
New York City. Are you?
Am I
Oy
a
vey.
subliminal Jew? Oy vey.
He's a
Oy vey.
Maybe I'm maybe my dream self is Jewish.
Your dream spirit animal is a Jew.
That's why I hate.
no,
That's why I hate
take me
Israel
down.
so much. I actually hate myself because I hate Israel so much. That's the fact.
A Jewish and a gypsy. Alright, Sandwich, weirdest dream.
I don't know if it's weird or not, but I had a premonition in a dream one time about, I had a cousin that died in a car wreck. Had a premonition about that. I don't know if it's weird or not, but
Well, I would say
that's about the strangest dream. I normally don't remember my dreams very well. I used to have like this faggy little dream journal thing, but most of the time after my feet hit the floor, I can't remember anything. I get a general sense if it's like, oh, it was a weird dream, good dream, bad dream. But other than that, can't remember this stuff.
I got you.
But yeah, I had a premonition about a buddy that died in a car wreck, down to the very fucking spot he had the car wreck, which was insane.
Actually,
Gee, I can't wrap my head around it.
that is fucking weird, dude. And it sucks. I haven't had anything like that, but hold on. Taco. Weirdest dream.
Dream in 10 years, so I don't know.
All right, cool kid. I get you. All right. So you haven't remembered a dream in the past 10?
No, literally have not. And I know I dreamed, but have not remembered a single one.
I believe it. Like I can remember one dream I've had in the past 3-4 years. The rest of them I like kind of like I know if they're good or bad. That's all. What's up, Cable? How you doing?
I mean, I'm sure that I've dreamt, but fuck if I remember it. So
I believe it. That shit happens. Skull?
Yeah.
You can't lie to me. You have to have remembered a weird dream. With the shit you say to Cable when you're sleeping, you have to remember a weird dream you've had.
I'm gonna have to think. I guess, like, I had one dream that I was still working at Kmart, and, like, I went to the back room, and I fell for, like, days.
Wait,
and then I landed in...
Did you repeatedly fall over and over for days, or you fell and laid on the ground for days?
No, like a void. Like a black void.
Oh, okay.
And then I hit a puddle, and I kind of just, like, looked up, and then just everything was milk.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a good dream? A good weird or a bad weird? Or just a strange, like, whatever weird?
I woke up and I had oatmeal.
Alright. dream over.
Do you do mushrooms before you go to sleep?
No. I usually just I take a little trazodone sometimes, and
oh shit, yeah, no wonder you fucking mumble in your sleep, bro.
And like melatonin. Yeah. So
trazodone's a hell of a
that's
drug.
why you sleep. Yep.
I like I said, I can't remember. Like I remembered one thing. Like I can remember two things that repeated my life, like throughout my life. And I'll just tell the one because it's quicker. The other one, I might tell that later if we cover the subject in a video or something during this stream. But I always had dreams when I was like growing up, even now. Like the one time I can remember something, it's a nightmare. Because I imagine one day I step outside and, you know, when a big cloud's over you and it covers just like the whole sky, wherever, 360, like you look around the sky and there's just a cloud above you and it covers most of it. It's not a rain cloud, it's just a big cloud that happens to be directly over you. I imagine, like, well, not imagine, I dreamt going out of my house as a kid, as a teenager, as a young adult, as a still young adult now, that one day I would go out and instead of seeing clouds, there would be giant spaceships. And growing up now I play Warhammer 40K video games. Some of the ships in those video games get that big, and like it's like a weird gothic sci-fi thing. And I have a very big phobia looking up in the sky and seeing just giant ships, bigger than like a regular plane close to the ground. I'm talking about like way super up in the sky, but still so fucking big it covers a chunk of the sky. That shit still terrifies me, and I have dreams about that occasionally. And I don't know if that's linked to anything. I haven't thought about that because, you know, that could have led into some kind of alien shit like Red was hoping for. But that is the weirdest dream I can remember that reoccurs throughout my life. I'm 28, so I don't know if it's once a year, twice a year, 10 times a year. I just remember that pops up often. Not like a regular basis, but it's often enough that I can remember it.
So what you're saying is you dream about ET porno.
Well, I guess I gotta show it now since you won't shut up about it.
Yes!
Hold
Show the ET porno.
I still gotta finish these sleep texts. I got 2. You start. Rediscovered that the cake nodes have a property is worth investing in. I'd invest in cake nodes. What if we did that we wouldn't die over? What's the nice code for cake nodes?
New York Stock Exchange.
Ah, see, that confused me. I thought that was like some like kind of like the QC codes. I thought it was something like that. But last one. Lacombe dogs, the calm dogs, the calm dogs become the car, the calm dogs become dogs. Vev, calm dogs, for come. Now that is the weirdest one.
Are you like chanting a spell or something?
Are you a furry or are you chanting spells?
You trying to summon Cthulhu?
I was trying to say. I was trying to say something. I don't know what phonetically would sound like calm dog. But that's kind of become a meme for me and Cable now.
All right, since Taco, you're the one that mentioned Cthulhu, I think. I figured I'd show. I figured I'd show chat. Cthulhu is a giant bat human octopus monster.
Also known as one of the old ones.
The Great Sleeper. Yeah,
The old
one of the
one.
ones. And anything Cthulhu now is not copyrighted. Well, I mean Cthulhu itself can't be copyrighted. It's public domain. But this is the monster, and I wish more people did spooky videos on YouTube about it and not just play the shitty video games or do weird porn of it. But anyways, let's start.
I just wish more people would read H.P. Lovecraft.
I do too. I just started getting into him, so I got really into 40k Warhammer.
He's my favorite author.
I got into Warhammer 40k video games, and that really like lends super huge into cosmic horror. So I just jumped from there before I got too deep into it and got into Lovecraft.
Yeah, but let me just say this: Lovecraft is super fucking dry. I mean, it's almost snoozable.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
You have to get into the right mood for it.
Yeah, you gotta do a lot of heroin and take some sleeping pills, then read some, Lovecraft.
There's a lot of video games that takes elements.
Yeah.
Calm dog.
Well, Sandwich, like you said, a lot of video games take like the cosmic horror, like the fear of the unknown and the unwinnable. Like, oh, those are the best horror games because it's like it gives you false hope.
Hold on.
What?
He's back.
Oh, shut up. All right, anyways.
Shit.
I have a couple.
But I mean, there's WoW. Sorry.
Oh, you're gonna finish what you're saying, Sandwich. It's all good.
No, I was just going to say that there's a lot of video games that take just little bits from him, but a lot of WoW was legitimately based on H.P. Lovecraft stuff. And the original game you kill, the old gods are talked about quite a bit in WoW. Pretty cool once you get in. If you play WoW much and follow the story, it's pretty decent.
I play a lot of MMOs, and I just started getting into WoW. I'm not too deep into it, but I just started playing since that WoW Classic expansion just came out. So I'll be looking.
It was nice knowing his work.
Modern WoW storytelling is fucking awful, though.
Yeah.
Now that they've gone to like Sylvanas is like all powerful and just a bad guy for no fucking reason, and we could get into that, but my dad told some spooky stories and I recorded them.
I was going to start off with. Actually, I have one small text story I found, and it can lend anything. But my favorite type of horror, like paranormal stuff, is stuff that takes place in the woods or back roads, mountains, just nature, isolation. And here's a story. It's like a couple sentences long, but it's I remember going camping with my buddies. On the way there, we stopped by a small town. The car heated up, so we had to stop somewhere. We decided to park by a church. Right when my friend drove into the parking space, I noticed how everyone, literally everyone, turned back at us at the same time. That gave me the creeps. It was like a scene out of a horror movie. Lol. I don't know why they fucking wrote lol. They were dressed in old-fashioned clothing, Kids were playing with jump ropes, singing nursery songs, holding hands, jumping and singing some Midwest shit. And as we drove through, I felt their eyes on us the whole time. And then when we got the fuck out, I finally took a deep breath. And I wanted to ask, starting with like Red going on down, have you guys ever like drove anywhere and experienced something weird, felt weird, or just drove through a town and it was like, this is a fucking weird town, even for fucking backcountry?
Yeah, I've driven from California to Mississippi, almost all the way to Georgia and back. I never experienced shit. I was hoping for, like I told you, like an alien abduction, something, anything. Bigfoot, no, nothing.
If you're looking for aliens, that would be like the border or just the deserts, south, north, at least in the U.S., just more southern states, from what I have read. But I have some stories later. All right, Sandwich, any weird, like, just driving through somewhere and just feeling weird, seeing anything just out of the fucking normal, or just anything at all?
I drove through Centralia in Pennsylvania years and years and years ago.
Oh, before that.
And I dropped it in in your Discord real quick.
I got you.
That's the town that Silent Hill was based on. Yeah. There's a coal fire that's been burning for like 50 years. And it's a very, very weird area. Just weird vibes going through there. But I've done that in a lot of places, especially where I live. There's a lot of weird shit around.
Yeah, this is the town that...
The weirdest driving story was... I'm sorry. The weirdest driving story, I guess... I was running around with some people, it's been years ago, and we stopped at a little gas station that fairly close to the house, and there was about 300 cats there, which normally there was 2 or 3 cats around, which is, I mean, it's a little like convenient country store type thing, and they always fed the cats, so there was a few cats around. Wasn't strange to see 4 or 5, but it was really strange to see 200 or 300, and they were all staring kind of back towards the woods. And it was kind of creepy. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it, but the next day, found out a dude that lived right beside that little store had went in the store and bought himself 10 feet of rope and a pack of cigarettes, and went behind the store, smoked a pack of cigarettes, and hung himself. And he was hanging there dead when we come through, and all the cats was there. I thought that was kind of strange. For all the cats like they
bodies,
knew.
Right?
Yeah, I said something like that. It was just weird shit.
Okay. Dude, that would freak me the fuck out just seeing all those cats there. Like, yeah, it's like not like I mean, it depends on what side of the fence you sit on that, but that would freak
well,
me out.
I was trying to get some pussy, so I kind of played it tough and didn't pay too much attention to it. But after everybody was asleep, everybody went home. It freaked me the fuck out when I thought about it. And it really fucked with me the next day when I found out there was a dead dude back there.
Dude, that's just a weird situation. You got the weird ironic part that you're going for pussy, and then you see all that pussy, and then you think about it later. It's like, that's too many cats. Wait, there's a fucking dead body behind. I would chalk that up as a very fucking weird experience. Not paranormal, but extra normal. But
well, Egyptians believe that cats could see spirits.
Oh yeah, I believe that myself, and I'm not Egyptian.
I think cats can sense things. Dogs are the same way. They can sense stuff that we can't.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think that's what that is. Yeah, there's senses they have that they're just senses they have that we don't. But I think they can just sense some stuff we have no idea about. Like a lot of times, dog can sense they can predict earthquakes sometimes. They can sense when there's going to be an earthquake.
Yeah,
and it's just something that we've not figured out yet. Yeah, like a pressure change or something they pick up on. Kind of cool. But
they use that canary in a coal mine thing where they can detect, carbon monoxide shit. Like, animals are.
Oh
used
no,
to-
the thing with the canary in the coal mine, the canary, it takes so little to kill a bird because it just takes so little to kill a bird. That's the reason they use a canary. Is by the time the little canary's dead, you know there's bad shit going on, and you've got plenty of time to get out. That's
Okay.
what I always assume.
Yeah.
I thought
Lack
it
of
was-
oxygen. Just
Okay.
how small they are and how small their lungs are. When the oxygen drops below a level that a human can tolerate, but birds can't, and they kick over and they know to get the fuck out.
See, I always thought it's like they could sense something, but I guess, I mean, technically they do sense something. They sense carbon monoxide.
Yeah, they sort of
quicker.
can.
Like technically, if we were to get there. But Taco, how about you? Weird experiences driving, road trips, anything?
We ran into some people in Northern California on a rest stop, and they asked for cigarettes, and I got this like vibe of like Manson from them. So that was the weirdest experience I've ever had on a road trip. But it's tame, you know.
Yeah. Well, it depends on how you sit with that, because I'm pretty sure people that gave rides to that Manson cult, you know, like what weird people, but harmless. You know, just creep me out, and the next thing you know, they fucking murdered a famous actress and a couple other people.
Right, and a baby. But yeah, that was the weirdest experience I've ever had. I was coming back I was going down to San Francisco from Seattle, and I stopped at a rest stop to get out, have a smoke, and chill out for a minute because I've been driving for so long. And these like 6 people came up and like, "Hey guy, can we bum a smoke from you?" And it was like
people.
Yeah, it was like literally 6 people in a fucking group.
All right, okay. I thought
They wanted to fuck your butt.
Yeah, deliverance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they wanted that
Well,
ginger
San
ass
Francisco.
taco.
I was thinking
Yeah,
more with
exactly.
it being San Francisco. That's kind of what they were going for.
Well, this is like right outside of Reading, so.
Oh damn! No, that wouldn't have been the case.
No. This was right outside of Reading, and they just came out of nowhere.
You know what?
Well, your hair attracted them.
When I hear stories, it's always like when I hear California, like out in the middle of nowhere weirdness, like rolling through Reddit, YouTube, whatever. For some reason, it's always within like, oh, I drove through Reading, and then after an hour, this happened, or Reading. It for some reason attracts some weird people, or just weird experiences, or just gives people a weird energy where they think they encountered something. And I just want to say I forgot to disclaim the beginning of the stream to chat. But if you don't believe in the paranormal, keep an open mind and just approach it like you do. Have some fucking fun with it. But anyways, that would be weird. 6 people come up to me all asking for a cigarette. I would have said, "Fuck you." That's a third of a pack. Get out of here.
Yeah, but at the time it was like $3 a pack, so I didn't give a shit. I was like, here.
But it was also when money was like valued a little bit more too. So.
But it was 6 people out of nowhere that I never saw before.
I know.
And
I would have said, "Fuck that."
Didn't even see him sitting around bullshitting.
Like, oh, they popped out of the trees on you.
Yeah, like that. They just came out of fucking nowhere. Like, hey, can we get a cigarette? I'm like, here, sure, go ahead.
That's all right. It's kind of weirded me out. Skull, your
Yeah.
turn.
Okay, I don't have any driving stuff, but I do have something related to vehicular motion. Me and my friend Scrub, we were like 15, and we were going to a party in the woods near his house, and we were riding 4-wheelers, and we kind of stopped beforehand to like make sure, got everything. Fucking, we had beer and shit, and we were just kind of chilling before we got to the bonfire area, and I kind of just like remember like letting out like a yell, just like for some bullshit. And when I did that, fucking everything went really quiet. And then from the fucking, or all around us, we just heard a bunch of yelling, whooping, and like, "Ah!" from the fucking thing. And then it just stopped.
Oh, bro.
That's it. It was just like a weird, like Bigfoot call-esque thing, I guess.
Man, all right. So hold on. I have All right, so me and my friends, we joke. Like, well, I guess I can't say my friends because almost all of them are overdosed. But anyways, I had, like, in high school, I had, like, a big group of people, and we like to fuck around in this little hood. And there was a bike trail to the hood that led you through our hood to the end of a road it's called Radio Road, and it was a whole bunch of, it was like 2 factories, both abandoned. You can go through them, but if you go up the hill, it would lead to, like, you know, in like the hood where like real shootings, drugs, police just don't even really go in. There's a couple apartment complexes up this road that led one way in, one way out, so police didn't really fuck around inside of the complex. Well, this bike trail led from our hood through there to another hood to another hood. Like, it was all 4 together in like a weird, like, just divided by this bike trail. Well, one night all of us were fucking around with the Ouija board, you know, just goofing off, and we scared somebody by a bike fell over, and we said it was a ghost, and this kid was like, all right. So after fucking with that and scaring some people, it went down to me and my like 4 close friends, and we were talking. And on this bike trail, there was a landfill on one side, and the other side was the neighborhood. On the side of the landfill, there was razor wire fence, and it was owned by the military, and they would come in force with guns pointed at you if you crossed the fence. So we didn't fuck over there. We didn't fuck with anything there. There was nothing there. It was just a couple patch of trees, and literally it just led to the freeway. So like you could see through to the bike trail if you wanted to on a good day. Well, I was talking with my buddies. We all decided to split like 5 feet from each other to piss because, you know, we're not gay. We're not going to look at each other's wieners. Next thing you know, you hear the kind of a noise like skull made, and we like freak out, look down the bike trail towards like the factory / the bad road that led you to like the no way out apartment complexes, and we see that like some brown blur jump over the fence onto the trail and just dash forward. And we don't know if it was a bird, animal, what, but since then we called it a chupacabra, and hearing that noise skull reminded me of that story where we joked we seen a chupacabra. And as far as I look the past 10 years, no one's really like, or honestly, you know, and as truthfully as they could report a chupacabra in Ohio. Unless you
Skinwalker, dude.
Well, see, the brown blur was a little bit too small to be, unless it was like an infant skinwalker.
Nah, dude, it's a skinwalker who really likes porcupines. He's Sonic the Hedgehog.
It was bigger than that.
Or it could have been an illegal running.
It was what?
An illegal running.
Well, I mean, I'm so far north. If they made it this far up, I wouldn't even say they're an illegal.
Hey, dude, MS-13 is in all 50 states, so.
Well,
he's saying mines are really fucking short, dude. They can be mistaken for chupacabra.
Well, I wanted to say, like, I lived right next to, at the time, I lived right next to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. We had that hangar that had the Roswell pieces. We have if you look at any documentary about it, like right next to it, like, if, you know, we were Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite, we could throw a football and hit the fucking, you know, hit the yard of the base. So we thought we seen chupacabras and shit for a while because we live right next to the base. Shut up!
So you're telling me you've seen the E.T. porno?
I don't know what he said. He cut out for me.
I said, so you're seeing the E.T.
Oh, man. Oh, your volume went to 0. Oh, shit. Sorry, bud. That sucks. Now you're back at 130. But anyway.
So you saw the E.T. porno.
I mean, just post it to chat. I'm not gonna get our channel hit with fucking E.T. nipple.
It's not. I just posted the face. I didn't post the actual full body.
Well, we got Skull Kid's Dad's Spooky Stories cassette.
Yeah, so we started off with like some fairly like non-paranormal shit, and then we went into the full paranormal and like the creepy shit towards the end. The first part is just scary shit he saw in Vietnam. So
I was just about to say, yeah, your dad. It says right here in a hashtag Vietnam, and you said your dad had war stories, paranormal war stories.
Well, he had somewhat paranormal, like cryptid paranormals, in the sense that he saw a lot of weird fucking
Well,
animals.
if it's not supposed to, if it's not normal, and it's weirds you out, it's technically paranormal.
Yeah.
We are good. So, I guess where do you want to start? Do you want to start with the Vietnam, rat story?
Well, I suppose, yeah. It's a different thing when you're in a place like that. I was in Vietnam in 1968 and 1969, and when you're over in that kind of setting, it's a total different
Place,
well, not just place. It's okay. You take for granted here there's lights and street lights and things like that. There are no lights at night unless there are mortar flares going out or rockets and mortars coming in to wherever you are. So that's something that takes a total getting used to. And your eyes develop differently. You get a night vision. But one of the things is, when it's dark, you can't see everything. For example, they had these beetles. We called them rhinoceros beetles. They had a big hook on the end of their snout, whatever the hell it was. And they were around the size of your fist. And they flew around at night, only at night, that I can remember. And they would smack into you and cut you.
Wait, hold on. Beetles the size of your fist?
Yes.
Fuck that.
Oh yeah.
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 Fuck that.
I've heard that.
They fucking will cut into you too.
I heard giant regular animals in Vietnam, but I never heard about beetles. Fuck that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And they fly, dude. They're not the regular beetles. No, these fuckers fly. My dad was in Vietnam from 65 to 67. And yeah, he told me about that too. Yeah.
Fuck that for both of your family members in the war. Not fuck them, but fuck what they experienced. That shit is fucked.
No, fuck them. Fuck them too. Fuck them too. Fuck them and the Beatles.
Oh, just wait till we get to the giant rats.
Yeah, I had a couple of things I looked into when I was in a paranormal war shit, since you brought up your dad.
With the rhinoceros horn. So you're up there and you're dodging crap that you've never seen before in your whole life.
How deep of a cut are we talking?
What's that?
How deep of a cut are we talking?
Oh, you could get a inch or so cut. It depends on how fast they were flying and whether you were running or just walking when they whapped into you. So just strange. So the strange other things that they have over there are kind of a cross between a rat and I'm trying to think of the name of it. Well, anyway, for example, the animals that they have over there, because of the climate and everything and lots of food, grow very big. And if you would be sleeping, say if you were in what they called a hooch or whatever, and that's just a place, and you would have cots and things like that, and they would usually be made out of metal. This is if you're in a base camp, and they'd be made out of metal, and they'd have crossbars all across the top of them. That's the way they were structured. And you'd be sleeping, and then something would wake you up, and you would hear scratch, 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 or something like that. And it's dark. There are no lights. and you go, what the hell is that? And then you see a shadow, and it's really big.
By the way, anytime, at any point you guys want to talk, just tell me to pause, and I'll pause it for you guys. You don't have to wait for me to do it.
Big.
Oh, no worries.
And you're going like
Hey,
this.
real fast, Skull. What branch was your dad in?
Skull!
Skull. You're muted.
I was on the other side of the room. Sorry. I know he was like medical, like he was a medic. I don't know the exact branch. Let me get him real quick. I'll ask him.
Oh, you're getting Skull Dad in?
Okay, yeah. I'm curious. Oh, what? Skull Dad?
Army, most
Bringing it?
likely. If he was a medic, I'd say
Yeah.
Army.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my gut instinct, too. Especially if he was doing patrols and shit, he was either going to be an Army or Marine.
I'm a high
Yeah, because
elf.
Marines.
All right, I'm
Marines
getting him
don't
on the
have
phone real
medics
quick.
that I know of.
Yeah, I don't know if
I
Army
don't
medics
think
too,
Marines
yeah.
have medics. I know my dad. My dad wasn't in Vietnam. I had an uncle that was killed in Vietnam.
Hey,
And
Dad.
He was,
Hey, what branch were you in the military?
Army.
Just Army?
Yep. Okay.
Called it. Whoever called it.
Army, I was in the, trained as in the medical corps, trained as a
Yep.
clinical specialist, I guess you could say.
Okay. They were just asking on the show. I'll let you go. Thanks, Dad.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Skull Dad.
Yeah, thanks to Skull,
Okay.
Skull Dad. But
So there you go.
That's pretty interesting. Fucking beetles, dude. I can't get over it. I'm fucking annoyed and upset that there's beetles that are that big and they fucking fly. I knew there were smaller
I'm the
ones.
same way.
I knew there were smaller ones, but when I heard the size of a fist, my butthole clenched up and I feel like it's in my stomach right now.
Yeah, no, the Beatles thing scares the fuck out of me more than like any ghost shit, just because I hate bugs in general.
The gigantic spiders reported in Vietnam, like the ones that were like the size of a torso. The ones like people reported that shit. Oh fuck! But that's the first. Fucking
Camel spiders, bro.
Oh, no, not
Ones
even
in
just
fucking
camels. I'm talking about
Afghanistan?
like trapdoor type spiders has been reported in Vietnam in the tunnels, like deep in the
Oh
tunnels.
yeah, they're there, dude.
Yeah, that's
We're
what I'm
talking,
saying.
dude. Face huggers, dude. That's how big the camel spiders are, dude. They're like face huggers. Dude. That shit gets to me.
But wouldn't camel
Oh,
spiders avoid jungles though? That's why, like, I know. Fucking who knows? There's so many spiders. We probably haven't found all the species in every country yet.
Yep. All right. Yeah.
I would
If you want,
punch a spider in his furry little fucking face. Fuck a spider.
Well, I don't know if any of you guys are afraid of snakes, but he gets into detail about snakes as well in a minute.
Oh, like the
Oh,
giant.
I'm
fuck
cool
a
with
bunch
snakes.
of snakes.
I'm
I-
okay with snakes.
Size of a small
Yeah,
dog.
Well,
So, by the way, if you missed
Oh, go
that,
ahead.
my dad was saying those rats are the size of a small dog.
I'm gonna rewind it 10 seconds.
oh hell no, dude. Hell to the no.
It's dark.
All right, I'm gonna start. I rewinded it 15 seconds on accident. All right, let's go.
There are no lights. And you
What? What was he saying?
Oh, I'm saying, yeah. Go ahead and go.
Oh,
go.
He
"What the
called you a
hell is
faggot,
that?"
but
And then you see a
That's what
shadow,
Red
and
does.
it's really big. And you're going like the size of a small dog. And you're going, whoa, Jesus, what the hell is that? So, a couple of nights this occurred. And then one of them was going across the top. And I took out a 45 and I shot it. And the whole place went crazy because of the gunshot and everything like that. It was a rat. A huge rat. Just
I wonder how many like big giant animals or like animals in general, spiders that people have shot when they were over there. Because yeah, you're in the jungle and you got to worry about your foot getting caught in punji traps and shit. But then you see a
Yeah.
spider
Oh,
and
yeah.
you freak out even worse. I wonder how many
When I
people
was-
like just start firing their weapon at animals and shit, and then like
When-
make their base, their fobs, their camps all freak the fuck out. Because
When I was-
guys, sorry, Skull.
When I was no,
Yep.
it's fine. When I was editing this, I fucking could not stop laughing. My dad just nonchalantly, I pulled out my 45 and I fucking shot it. Just middle of the night. What a fucking mad lad. Middle of the night in a fucking bunker, just pulls out a gun, shoots the fucking rat.
In the middle of a war over a rat.
Like triggers all the alarms and shit. It triggers all the alarms. Everyone's on like red alert.
I would have
It's a
dumped
fucking rat.
like a solid 5 in that fucking rat myself. So I can't fault your dad on that shit at all.
I just picture like Danny DeVito, like, and I pulled out my fucking gun and I started blasting. You know.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
To be fair, it was a fucking rat the size of a dog, so I don't blame your dad at all.
We actually get into specifics about the size of the dog in a minute, the size of the rat in a minute. So if you're interested in that, it's gonna get real fuck offy.
Vietnam have like spirits and shit in the woods too. Like, oh fuck, we could probably get into that if we wanted to. Like, just stick to the jungles and shit. But over, you know,
we can do that.
Yoshi was talking about that, and in chat about it was Operation. Let me see what he said. Operation Wandering Soul. Yeah, it's some interesting stuff.
I only know
with
a
some
little bit about
psyops
it.
that they were.
But see, they knew that the local lore is like there's women, there's like the people that sing, you know, lead you away to danger, to lions or off cliffs, or and there's spirits all in the fucking woods. Like, oh, there's so many stories. But I didn't want to pull all the stories off of Reddit because Reddit is just as reliable as 4chan. It could be like the most factual information you get, or it'd be the fucking biggest piece of shit.
You guys ever hear about the women over there who put monkeys' brains in their vagina?
Vagina? You don't put monkey brain in your vagina?
Vagina.
Yeah, no, that's a real thing. It's like a rite of passage in certain tribes, and I don't know if it's actually Vietnam or it might be like fucking
Africa,
Thailand or something.
They snip the clitori off a woman.
Yeah.
And make it a soup.
For food or whatever.
Just real quick on that Wandering Soul. It's the Vietnamese belief that the dead must be buried in their homeland or their soul will wander. They feel if a person is improperly buried, their soul wanders. So U.S. engineers spent weeks recording eerie sounds and altered voices, which pretended to be killed Viet Cong, for use in the operation with the intended purpose of instilling a sense of turmoil in the enemy, with the desired result being the soldier fleeing their position.
I'm gonna tell my dad that. I want to see if he ever heard about that. That's fucking interesting.
He has to have. Well, yeah, he has to have.
Well, I don't know if he would know, like, while he was there, though. I think it would be something you'd learn about later on when you get home, if you weren't involved with it directly.
Yeah.
Ginger, for those listening.
I'm going to drop a link in your all's Discord, it is a Wikipedia link, and it's got the tape they used, actual copy of the tape.
Really?
Very creepy sounding. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's very creepy sounding.
Sark, you might want to rewind that, though, because that little part where we were just talking over, it clarified the actual size of this thing that he shot.
And one of them,
no, it's okay.
The whole place went crazy.
There we go. Oh.
Yeah.
Ginger, for those listening, is like a poodle that my aunt had for a while.
So the size of a poodle.
Yeah.
Poodles can
This
get
was
big,
big.
dude.
This is the kind of crap that they had over there. Other stuff that you run into is like monsoon season, like it's rainy, and I mean big time rain, and so things would get flooded, and all the animals and things would come out.
And I remember we were watching a thing once. It was like a fish market, I think, in Vietnam. Remember the show?
Oh, yeah.
It was like, what the fuck is that? And it's like these things that, like, they're over there, but, like, we have no clue. Like, sometimes it's just shit you don't know.
No, never saw that one in that thing before.
It was borderline, like prehistoric.
Yeah.
Like arthropod.
Yeah, it looked like something. Well, obviously it was something I never saw before, or you never saw before, and it's something that, you know, even when you freeze the frame and look at it, you go,
what the hell am I looking at?
What is this thing? What? I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
Now, I remember you were telling me once a while back about like your boots over there have like like snakes and like insects and shit would get into your boots and they bite you and shit.
Yeah, scorpions and stuff
Scorpions,
will
yeah.
get into them. So you'd have to, if you took your boots off, you'd have to shake them out. And
If we take your boots off, there's scorpions in it.
Does my dad really have that thick of a New York accent? I don't know, because I'm here.
It's there. It's there.
I thought Scooby 331 was talking to you. I'm just kidding, man.
Clarification, by the way, what we are talking about was this Vietnamese fucking footage we were going over before the snake thing. And it was a fish market, and it had this big fuck off, like, roly-poly bugs?
Yeah, like millipedes or whatever.
Yeah, potato bugs.
Think
Potato
about
bugs or millipedes?
the size of a fucking watermelon in a fish market.
What?
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
Fuck.
I've never seen it before, like, or after since. But it was a real fucking thing. Like, this was just like a documentary. And my dad and I were, like, flabbergasted. And he's like, yeah, that's the shit that's fucking over there, though. There's a ton of shit we don't know about over there.
Giant species of whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so hearing this story and having some of this stuff, like, I know your dad doesn't troll the internet and listen to creepypastas or anything, but there's
fuck no.
There's stories that talk about like someone's grandpa or dad or uncle that was in Vietnam, and a lot of the shit your dad is saying literally just hits the marks in this creepypasta I listen to, and it gets into some really weird, even more like paranormal, like that you probably wouldn't like agree to. But just hearing all this shit and hearing how weird shit is going to get here soon, I can only imagine that like it's true. Like if
oh yeah, I can't wait till we get to the UFO portion. That's an interesting one.
Hold on, actually, Skull, I gotta DM you. I'm gonna start playing again though.
everything.
Yeah.
If you went to sleep, very strange. And if like you had bunkers. And they were usually metal connexes. I don't know how to explain it, but they're the metal containers that are on ships that
like
supplies.
Kind of like a bigger version of what I used to unload at like Kmart and shit.
Yeah.
Big trucks.
Yeah. So the big connexes, and they put them together, and then they reinforce them with dirt and sand, and then sandbag the whole thing. That's usually how they made them. And actually, everybody that was over there at one time or another filled sandbags up to put on the top of these things and everything. So, but anyway, the thing is, if you have to get into a bunker and you're getting rockets in or mortars in, whatever, and you're running and you run into them, you just jump into them. They're below ground initially, the place that you go into, and run into them. And then so if it's monsoon time and all that, you got snakes and all these things in there. And there are some really deadly snakes over there.
Oh, I mean,
but the ones that scare you the most are the great big huge pythons that end up in there. And they have teeth and everything. Used to be.
Wait, so going into a bunker, there'll be pythons in them?
Yes. Pythons, snakes, scorpions, spiders, all types of shit. And you're locked in there with them.
Ooh.
Hey, is anybody in this call afraid of snakes, spiders, scorpions?
I hate fucking bugs. I've never had to deal with snakes, so I won't know.
I had a Burmese python. I love that thing. But, dude, spiders, I don't care how big, how small, I fucking hate them, dude. I fucking hate spiders. Them and their
I'm that
50
way
billion
about
fucking
snakes.
eyes and shit. Dude.
I eat
I
spiders.
can't.
Fuck them.
I can't stand snakes. But of course, I've had to
Yeah,
deal with like cottonmouths and that sort of shit too. So a lot of people don't have to deal
gotcha.
with those.
No.
It's just fucking terrifying.
I mean, a pet's a pet too. I'm not gonna fuck with somebody that if they got an animal for a pet. That's a whole different thing than a wild animal too. But I fucking hate Cottonmouth.
Those are like one of the. Those are like one of the most poisonous in America, right? Or venomous?
North America, yeah.
Yeah, and they're very aggressive. Yeah, they're very aggressive
Yeah.
too. It was always fun.
Yeah,
I've done a little. I worked for Bodoc when I was in my early 20s, and one of our jobs was every night before we quit working, go out on a boat and kill all of them we could with a shotgun, which was always fun. See them a lot of times on top of the water, and you can just blast them with a shotgun.
That sounds fun, but
Kind of fun.
snakes are fucking terrifying.
Oh, from a long distance away too, so they weren't too close, so you didn't have to worry about too much of them.
All right,
Nasty little fucking
so,
things.
So cottonmouths don't hide under shit. You can just kind of see them in the open, or do you got to like play it really safe?
They will try to hide, but once they're discovered, they're very aggressive. Cottonmouth, some people call them a water moccasin. They're I can't remember what type of some call them a cane rattler. They got 7 or 8 different names, but yeah, they can be very, very aggressive. They will try to hide, but the thing is, the little cocksuckers blend in so well.
Yeah. Okay.
They got just a perfect camouflage. I've walked right past them before, and didn't even you walk past them and wouldn't even know they were there. The only time you know they were there is if you stepped on them a lot of times.
Yeah. I saw.
You remember the pit viper family?
Pit viper. What is that?
Pit viper is a copperhead, a cottonmouth.
They're the viper family. Yeah. Vipers will rear up and they strike. Yeah, it's the head, and they'll rear up, and it's the way they strike.
Can I just say,
their head is shaped like a sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say they're not like deadly, but you know what I fucking hate? Stick bugs.
Why?
Fuck those things. I just don't like them.
Why?
They will fuck with you. Yeah.
They're just fucking like weird and. Like I was at summer camp once, and I think like one of them got on me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I thought it was like an actual stick, so I was like, "Oh hey," and I pick it up, and it was fucking. I don't like it. I don't like them. They're borderline Lovecraftian if you think about it. Like that could be in a Lovecraft thing if you tweak it a little bit.
A stick bug?
Weird little fucking bugs.
Yeah, like think about like if it's like if it was like a little bit more tentacly, that shit would be freaky looking.
See, I gotta argue against that though. Like, stick bugs don't bother me. Like, I know they are really good at latching on for a long time when you try to shake them bitches off you, but I would disagree that. I mean, I guess it's all about the aesthetic of it. Spiders, aesthetically, even if they're harmless, like orb weavers and shit, terrify the fuck out of me just because of how they look. So I get okay. I concede. But
not all orb weavers are fucking non-deadly.
Well, the majority that you'll see inside your fucking house.
Yeah, the ones that live here aren't bad, but the ones that live in Australia will kill you.
Oh yeah, Australia. You should. Anybody that lives in Australia, like fucking rolls the dice on death every day.
Oh, dude, everything in Australia wants to fucking murder you. I don't know how people live there. Fuck Australia.
But Red, I got something per our contract.
Oh god.
Okay. Yep. It's about that time. Yep.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna drop some shit every now and then. I signed a contract saying 3. Here's 1.
Okay.
Well, she's not that big.
How are you? Look at me and my babies.
I think I've seen
We're
this.
going home.
Yeah.
We just come from the doctor's office.
I think so.
Babies. He said I thought too much.
And I got another one that we'll play later on.
Hey.
But anyways, let's back.
Seriously.
Wait.
Can you go back to that video real quick, please?
Oh, God.
I never noticed that beginning part. Was she having a fucking seizure?
All right, let me copy. Play.
No. The mukbang one.
Huh?
That came right after this that we got like a second of.
Mukbang. I thought it was the blonde chick with the fat dude in the car.
Yeah,
What's
that's
that?
that one. It's mukbang. Yeah.
Hey
See, what the
guys,
fuck is
Tammy
that?
here.
Look
Yeah,
at her
everybody
face
had
at
a
the beginning.
seizure.
Skull,
Yeah,
I
the
wanna
fuck is
s- I
that?
want to say we talked about this exact head shake before.
Hey guys, Tammy
Yeah,
here.
that's a seizure.
For real.
Oh no.
Maybe a touch of the Tourette's.
Taco, are you fucking
Could be.
alive, bub?
Oh shit!
Oh,
It's that boy Lou. How you doing, man?
What up, Lou?
Hey, what's up, Lou?
Lou.
Yeah, Taco's known to fall asleep, so you got to kind of fucking beat him with a stick every now and then.
Actually, speaking of Lou, Bub, I knew you got a story. You sent it to the email I have yet to read. If you want to tell the story, let me know and I'll bring you in. But I'm gonna load this up for Red later, and then we're gonna go back
Alright.
to the audio.
Thank you, sir.
By the way, guys, I
Very
just want to say
scary.
my dad was super stoked to tell some stories.
Oh, dude,
So
if he has
he,
a lot more, let's keep going every
Great,
week.
man.
well, I got a teaser at the end. So
All right,
Jump in there, something crawl over the top of you, and you don't know what the hell it
and I
is.
might have another guy calling and telling a
How
story.
often did you like interact with like the local populace that wasn't like Vietcong?
A little bit, not a great deal, but we did do what was I was in a medical unit, and what we did was called MedCap, and that's when you went into the villages and things and provide medical services for the people that lived in the particular village. And like one time, I mean, we did that initially, and then it stopped, and the reason it stopped was we went, and usually you had a couple of jeeps, you had your weapons, but basically you had a 2.5 ton truck filled with medical supplies, and sometimes a couple of them. And then you would go in and you would work out of the trucks and set it up. But this one time we went to a village, and as we're coming in, everybody's going, this doesn't look right. This is not like normal, because the only thing that you saw were just women and children. You didn't see any men. Like no old men, no young men, no men.
Yeah.
And this was not normal, so we figured that we were being set up. And as it was, we were. They set up an ambush and ambushed us. So that was the end of us, my particular unit, doing medcaps. It just wasn't safe.
With what little like interaction you had with them, did you learn anything about like the folklore of the place you were in? Like, were there any like superstitious elements going on there?
No, not really, but very strange stuff happened when there was a thing called the Post-Head Offensive in 1969, and I was stationed that time outside of what's called Long Binh, which was the United States Army headquarters for Vietnam at the time, and they had great big huge base up on top of this hill, and they had a lot of units underneath and around it, almost like I don't know how to explain it. It would be totally encircled by different units, and the reason was that if anything happened and there was any kind of attack, those units would take the brunt of it. Basically, that's how it came out. So we got hit in the middle of the night, and we got overrun. the strange part of it was we pushed them back. Well, it just was totally different. I mean, we got rocketed first and everything. I got blown up by a rocket and knocked out, and then woke up and we had guys pushing back out, and then all of a sudden the enemy disappeared, and there was a road, and behind that road was a village and a cemetery, and behind that was a river. So there was no place for them to go, but they disappeared, and it was a large force.
Do you think like that one movie, they went underground?
They did.
Yeah.
They went underground. They were in the cemetery. The cemetery was the entrance. There was a big, large hill to the left of where we were. Large. And what they found later, once we thought they were gone, and we had units on each side of the road, and they weren't by the road, they weren't by the water, they had units there, so they had to be around in the village, and they went into the village and they found them. We took all kinds of sniper fire at first, and that's how we knew they were still around. Come to find out, there was a hospital in there, a little headquarters for them. They had just, it was bunks, just that they were a total operation out of this. And the thing that most of the people didn't look at was, why would you go into the graveyard and look?
Yeah.
I mean, routinely, why would you go in the graveyard and look if you were, going to the village, you'd go to the village.
It makes sense.
And not to the graveyard, and that's where it was. So they came in, that night when we got hit, they came in and they had the spooky gunships and everything.
The spooky gunships.
Right, and they are basically cargo planes set up with fully automatic Gatling guns on them, and they fire rounds like every seventh round, I think, would be a flare type round, so that you would see them firing, and it would look like a straight line of fire coming down out of this plane.
I just want to say, just listening and picturing that, and then watching all the videos I have of like the war in Iraq and shit, imagining like the firefight in the middle of the night is just insane. Because all the lights, all the smoke and shit. And plus what goes on in Vietnam jungles, paranormal wise, I imagine how fucked people were like when they weren't even in combat but still having to deal with shit.
Yeah. My dad, I had never actually heard the story until today about the bunker set up under a fucking graveyard. But think about the fucking Vietnamese.
And when you think about it,
oh shit, my bad.
Living in this think about the Vietnamese living in the fucking bunker underneath a fucking graveyard. It's like, oh, spooky.
Yeah, with their
I don't know
fucking
about
beliefs,
that.
dude. Oh fuck. I bet that fucking gave some of them fucking nightmares.
in between what
Charlie,
you're
don't
seeing
surf.
are 6
Also, those are
rounds.
tracer rounds.
Yeah, Tracy.
Yeah, they're tracer rounds. Yeah,
That's fucking
his dad was a medic. Cut him slack.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm a high elf healer when I play an MMO, so I don't see much combat either.
Amazing, and they can put
I
around.
apologize to anybody that served. I was not comparing an MMO to fucking war. It was a joke.
In
Don't
every
worry.
foot of a football field in like, I don't know, less than
I can
10
make a
seconds.
comment on that if you want me to.
Just
Most
amazing.
MMOs are a lot harder than war.
You know
Yes,
what?
Peg.
You know what, Sandwich? I'll stand behind you and I'll die on that hill with you. War is not as hard
there's
as
a lot of-
MMOs.
Fallout 76 is a breach of the Geneva Convention, so.
Fucking right. I'm with Skull on that one.
That's because you guys are terrible and don't know how to play.
Fuck that game.
Fuck you!
I guess paranormal stories, since that's the focus for tonight.
Oh yeah.
If you want to go into some
Oh,
of
the
that,
good shit. Here we go.
Okay, we can do that. You want to talk about the UFO?
Yeah, UFO work.
Here we go, Red.
Came home, and this had to be around 1970, early 70s, and a group of us all went to the drive-in, and it was packed. And the way this drive-in is set up, behind this drive-in is a partial road, and then all water, a stream goes through. So no one could be behind the screen because of the water and that. And so in the middle of the movie, we look up and we see this light behind the screen, the great big huge outdoor screen. And you see this little light, and it got bigger and bigger, and as it got bigger, slowly up came this round circular object as big as the screen, widthwise, with a circular area up over the top of it.
So like a disc, like traditional like UFO thing, or
sort of like a traditional UFO, what they say they are. The bottom part was round, and this wasn't so much saucer-like as it was around. It was. No, because it seemed to have a flat top on it, and the round area on that you were looking at literally had lights coming out of it, and they were like little windows. They were going around in a circle, and you could see it go around in a circle. And this came up and went above the screen, sat there, and I mean for a long period of time, say 2 or 3 minutes, okay? So it wasn't just real quick. And then it went down lower and then took off and disappeared. So everybody's out of their cars, everybody's talking to each other. What the hell was that? What are we looking at? And this is creepy as all get out.
Was this one of the times you were with?
Yeah, with my friends and some other people. The thing about it is I'm sitting there and I'm going, well, that was just about the weirdest thing. Did everybody see it? Yeah, we all saw it. Nobody will believe us, okay? So I run into one of my cousins a couple of weeks later, and they're talking about people they knew that were at the drive-in that saw a UFO. And then one of my cousins speaks up, Debbie, and says, oh, I was there that night. I saw that thing. That thing was up there. And to this day, no one has figured out what it was or what it was doing there.
Now this wasn't the drive-in like in the Grange, right? This is like.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. This was.
Yeah, the Overlook.
Yeah, because everybody was saying that.
Right, and it's just scary. Not just scary. Just I don't believe what I'm seeing. But my eyes. I don't believe what I'm seeing.
So that was the UFO thing. Do you have any?
What the fuck is that noise in the background?
Yeah, I apologize for that. It's interference. I was recording on a cassette, so there was like electrical interference.
So you had to do the hipster way and just not record on your phone?
Yeah, it's aesthetics, dude.
Dude, I am pleasantly shocked that you know what the fuck a cassette is. Skull.
Yeah, dude, I collect cassettes and vinyl.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Vinyl.
I collect tablets and chalk, bitch.
I'm surprised you don't have 8
Bitch.
tracks.
I got an abacus, bitch. You know what that is?
Yeah, it's the little thing I played in my dentist's office. That's why you guys
Jesus
can't count
Christ.
for shit, because it
See,
doesn't
the
help you count
thing
high.
is, the reason Red has it is his grandmother used it to calculate how much a. Never mind, I dropped the ball on that.
Come on,
It was
I'll give
funny,
you a
and then you
redo.
dropped it.
I'll give you a redo, Sandwich.
Yeah,
Come
give
on.
him a redo.
Come on, Sandwich.
That's what Red's grandmother used to calculate her rates because she was a whore. That's where I was going with it.
Oh, that would have been good if you would have got that out on first try.
You know what? As a second try, I think the burn's even harder because you doubled down and redid it. So I think he's standing on that shit.
But yeah, no, I actually, funny enough, before my accident, I was going to film a music video for my band at the time on 8mm. I have like an 8mm camera. I have VHS shit. I collect fucking cassettes. I have 8 tracks, fucking vinyl. I have vinyl from the 1920s, dude.
Dude, impress the fuck out of me.
I have cassettes of NWA, Salt and Pepper, Warren G. So suck my dick.
I got Cab Calloway. Y'all know
Wait,
Cab Calloway?
hold on. Sork, salt and pepper, really?
Salt and pepper.
Salt and
Oh.
pepper.
You too, Taco. Kitty, stop dancing. Oh my
Kitty is that nigga. Salt and pepper's
Oh my
the shit.
god, y'all are gay.
You're
All right.
gay for not liking Salt and Pepper. What are you, a fan of
Oh
TLC? Destiny's Child? What a loser.
Oh god, no. No, please.
Hey man, I got cassettes from Heavy D. So
Heavy D is good.
I want a Marky
Heavy-
Mark and the Funky Bunch cassette.
Oh,
I
yeah,
got
Marky
that too,
Mark,
yep.
Funky Bunch. Yep. Sweet Vibrations or whatever the fuck it was. What was that? Yeah. Yeah, it was on MTV like every other fucking video.
sweet vibration.
Rob Bass.
Oh, yeah, Rob Bass.
KMOD.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fumo D.
Cool Modi.
Yeah.
Ginger.
Big Daddy Kane.
Oh yeah, Big Daddy Kane. Fucking what?
Rakim.
Rick.
Rick.
Oh yeah, Rakim.
Rick.
I have Al Jolson on vinyl.
I don't know who that is, so they must be gay.
I don't either.
He's the Jewish dude who popularized blackface.
Who the fuck?
Here we go. Yeah.
Fucking
I think,
Bag Noodles just subscribe. Shout out to Bag Noodles for subscribing.
Hey.
What up, Noodles? You know, Skull, are you a gypsy Jew?
No.
I've heard of your kind.
My grandma really liked Al Jolson. She really liked the blackface thing, and I got it from her.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
She's of the time, you know.
Actually, I think I have the cassette right here.
the
Hold
jazz
up.
hands, right?
Jazz singer.
Jazz singer, yeah.
Yep.
Was first
Yeah.
talking.
Oh no,
Kitty was
I found my Stone Temple
Yeah,
Pilots cassette. The core.
STP, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. You have
STP core.
regained my respect with STP.
Dead and Bloated, Sex Type Thing, Wicked, Garden. That's some of the songs on this cassette.
What you guys know about Big Brother and the Holding Company, though?
It literally sounds like you just made up something to sound cool.
No, Big Brother and the Holding
Exactly.
Company is a 1960s psychedelic rock band. It was
the
the
boomer taking his kids out to a shitty lunch doesn't even know who it is.
It's the first band that Janis Joplin was in, dude. She's my favorite.
I don't know who that is, so she must be a whore.
Oh, you don't know Janis Joplin?
Janis
What the fuck wrong
Joplin.
with you?
Sork, what the fuck?
The fuck is wrong with you? She's a fucking
Dude, do you know-
legend.
Oh, wasn't she on heroin?
Yeah, do you know who
Wasn't
Jimi
she on
Hendrix
heroin
is?
At the Woodstock. Yeah, she was on heroin.
Yeah,
at
they
Woodstock.
all were. They all were. Heroin and LSD. They all were. That's
So
that's
she is a
Me and
inconsequential.
Bobby McGee, motherfucker. Come on.
Me and
She's-
Bobby
stable.
McGee,
She's probably my favorite singer. I'd say she's up there.
So she's still a whore then.
Well, they're all
Well, I mean,
horse.
it was the 60s. It was the
They're all
60s.
horse.
Whoa.
Dude, Ball and Chain off of Cheap Thrills by Big Brother and the Holding Company is my go-to whiskey song.
Get fucked, Janet
Gotcha.
Joplin, you whore.
Do you know who Stevie Nicks is, Sork?
Yes, I do know who Stevie Nicks is.
Really? Do you, youngin?
Yeah. Stevie
Okay.
Nicks is
Alright,
she had a very flat chest, but she was
She's a goat.
Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, she was Fleetwood Mac. That's right. That's how I know her.
Yeah. Fleetwood Mac,
she's a-
dude. And
She's a goat.
Yeah,
almost
she is,
all
dude.
of my exes are
I love
obsessed
Stevie
with
Nicks.
almost all of my exes are obsessed with Fleetwood Mac, so it's impossible to not know her. Of her.
dude, Fleetwood Mac is
about-
fucking awesome.
I
about
won't
Karen
make fun
Carpenter?
of Fleetwood Mac because I can't even name a fucking song off the top of my head. I just know the band and her, but I could vibe with some Fleetwood, bring back some memories.
Big Brother and the Holding Company blows Fleetwood Mac out of the water any day. Fight me.
Well, you're a
Shut
gypsy.
your
You're a
fucking
dirty,
mouth,
You're a
Skull.
dirty thieving
You
gypsy.
dirty motherfucker, dude. No, dirty gypsy. Yep.
A fucking gypsy. You're not even real Romanian. You're just a fucking jippo.
Jippo. What were you gonna say, Sandwich?
Oh, I was just asking about maybe if he knew who Karen Carpenter was.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't think he'll know.
Yeah, the Carpenters were
Sork?
great.
No.
You never heard of the Carpenters, Sork?
That name sounds familiar, but I could never even
Ew,
place a
fuck
person in my
off.
life. But
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
say no.
Cock sucking cat. Sorry.
Oh, so, yeah,
Might
guys.
kill a cat
Just
here in a minute.
just so you know, every time we stream, Sandwich's cat tries to murder him.
That seems like the fucking on par for anybody that owns a fucking cat that streams. Like, it's...
Oh, you know, can I tell you guys a story? Speaking of cats and streaming, since we're listening to my dad.
Sure.
Do you know what my dad calls my cat?
What?
I named my cat Eden. My mom calls her Bella, but here's the kicker. My dad calls her Shitty Paws.
Why? Because
the first week I brought her home, she tracked shit all throughout the house from her litter box. So she's Shitty Paws to my dad. Even to this day, he'll open up the door to let her in at night to call her in and goes, Shitty, come on, Shitty.
That's literally how me and my friends like we'll just see like something will happen to somebody we know, or like we'll see them have something in their hand and their name becomes whatever, neither the situation or the item, and that's their name forever. Like we gave nicknames like that.
Yeah.
That sounds all.
Yep, that's how you nickname somebody.
Yeah, Shitty Paws, what's up? Snot Boogie, Shitty Paws is something I probably would have said. A lot of shit. Sork was born in the gutter, guy. Yeah. Gutter boys, man. Gutter boys overlook. What up?
All right, one last one. One last one.
Oh, fatty.
Mama Cass.
She choked on a ham sandwich.
Yeah,
Hold on, this is important. Mama Cass?
Yeah. I'm checking to see if Sork will know what
know.
band was Mama Cass in.
I don't know. I'm not even gonna. I'm not googling.
What
shit,
is
so-
wrong with you?
Oh my God, Sork.
Papas,
I
dude.
don't listen to your
Mamas
guys'
and the
shitty
Papas, dude.
All the leaves
Oh
are
my
brown.
You guys want to talk about Neutral Milk Hotel? And that's the only other hipster
This
band I know.
No. This isn't Neutral Milk Hotel. Mamas and Papas were big, dude.
Dude, they were huge. They were like fucking as big as the Beatles in the United States, dude.
How-
You know
how old
what
is
Mama
everyone in here?
Cass's last words were? You all know what Mama Cass's last words were, right?
Yep, that's pretty much it. And if you can't guess, Sork, Mama Cass was a large woman.
Kind of like the one on
Very
screen.
large woman.
Kind of like this girl on screen.
Let me look at the screen.
Yeah, about that.
About that size, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that was Mama Cass. Yeah,
35
Mama
seconds.
Cass might have been bigger.
This is video number 2 per contract, by the way.
Oh yeah, baby.
So I just tested out.
Red's got a heart on.
No.
Well, the
it's already out, brother.
If the agreement is only after the third one can he commence whatever dirty shit he does to the fatties.
Also, she's wearing army fatigue, so this ties into the stories.
Oh,
Yep.
There we go. I just picked a random fatty on an old playlist.
Micro penis. Yes.
Adele Sexy UK. I think she's very confused.
And I'll put it in the box down below as well.
Maybe those are UK Army fatigues.
Well, there's a lot of guys like read on the internet that would give this woman views.
Oh yeah, shit! Fucking pop down to the old fucking chippy. I go right up bum. You know.
I don't mean to dox Yoshi, but this is his ex-girlfriend. This is Yoshi's ex-girlfriend.
I would uppercut her titties a few times.
Sandwich does love to punch a pair of titties. He does.
Just think about a lady of that size with tits that large. When you uppercut her tits, it's going to hit her in the face. So you can hit her in the face without actually hitting her in the face.
What the fuck?
And on that note, let's go back to Skull Dad with that image in your mind.
Oh. Feedback.
Passed away, and then you saw her at the table or something. Or am I thinking that might be mom?
No, that was my grandmother.
Oh, that was your grandma. Okay.
My grandmother.
Yeah, you want to tell that?
When I was young, we had a house, an apartment actually we lived in, and in my bedroom was actually right off the kitchen, and the kitchen had a table, with the layout was behind the table there was a door and then an area that led to the back porch. And my grandmother had died, and I think I was 12 years old, something like that. And I always, had a good rapport with her, and I always really cared for her a lot. My other grandmother had passed away before I grew up, when I was a few years old. So this is the only one that I remember.
Yeah, Skull, it sounds like someone's mowing their fucking grass.
So I was really upset.
Yeah.
Does it get any better, or is this it?
It gets better towards the end.
Because I kind of
15 minutes?
heard something, and everybody in the house was asleep, and I'm like, what am I hearing? And I get up, and I go out, and to the left, coming out of my bedroom, is
Actually, since you guys are going to shit on me for not knowing old music, I mean, other than Fleetwood Mac, I actually genuinely like Jefferson Airplane. That's about the only other that's the only other person I can tolerate or know of.
Airplane's okay, but Starship is where it's at.
See, you're gonna have to start linking some shit, and I'm gonna have to pretend I listen to it.
Yeah, I mean, what about Joy Division?
I know Joy Division. Okay, I didn't know they were that old.
They're not 60s old. They're 70s, 80s old. So.
Yeah.
Makes sense because a lot of a lot of hipsters like that.
Oh, shut your dirty mouth, Zork.
Right?
Fucking boomers and
this
hipsters,
motherfucker.
Bro. You come into my basement and judge my lack of knowledge. I'm gonna turn this basement around.
I think in a way the feedback helps the aesthetic, though. It's good. It's spooky.
Well, people are laughing at it, so that's a it's a plus.
It's a spooky laugh.
Spooky weed whacker.
Table, and behind that area that goes to the porch, and
how much did you pay the fan?
Right as you could see, just as if she were a person, still was my grandmother standing there and said to me, "Don't be upset. I'm all right." And I'm like, then, before I could say anything, just disappeared.
All right, so I don't know if anybody heard that, but I want to break it down. So, which one of you guys said they had the dreams of like the premonitions of family members like dying, or they already died and came back to say hey? Which one of you guys? Was it you, Sandwich? That had dead people come back in your dreams?
I thought that was Red.
Red, okay, Red.
Yeah, it was me. Sorry, I'm in the middle of eating, so I was muted. Yeah, I was a really good friend from high school, and I had known him 20-something years, so yeah, you can almost call him family. And then I found out through the obit he had moved to a different state and had a family, which I was happy about. And
what?
In my mind, that kind of him and I we just lost touch, lost phone numbers, but that kind of, I think the reason why he took so long is he was spending time with the wife and his kids. So you know.
But
Kid was muted out because he was eating, but he was eating a very large fat chick.
He was just watching he was just rewinding the stream to watch the fatties.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Oh hell yeah!
But Skull, so your dad said like he's seen his grandma.
Yeah, shortly after she died, he was awake, and he'll clarify this in a minute. Walking down his house, and she appeared, said those words to him, and disappeared.
See, two things. One, that's like the typical like encountering like a relative, or two, you're gonna see some lights in the sky following. I'm saying aliens.
Just disappear. And you say to yourself, well, I must have been dreaming. I must have been hallucinating or something. No way. I know what I saw. I know what I heard. And I truly believe that there are quote-unquote ghosts because people communicate with you once they die. And I don't know, what it is, but I do know that they're there and everything. My grandmother's niece grew up with her because her mother and father died, and we used to call her Aunt Mabel. And she was a person who could kind of see the future. And everybody had their quote-unquote tea leaves done by her, and that was just something for her to concentrate. I spent lots of time with Mabel, and I really cared a lot for her. And I'll never forget her reading my grandmother's tea leaves when we were up there visiting her, and this look came over her face when she looked at my grandmother, and my grandmother went, you see me, I'm gonna die? Is that what you see? And Mabel went, no, I can't do this anymore. And later she told me she did. That's what she saw. It was very scary. And Mabel had a horrible thing happen, which I never knew until later. We went for a walk one time and we were talking, and she lost a daughter. And she very, very upset about losing her daughter. The daughter was killed by a car, getting run over by a car. And Mabel told me down on that walk, she said, you'll see things, you're like me. If you let yourself, you'll see things and you'll know things. And she told about her daughter coming to her and telling, they never found out who did it, but her daughter told her who. And it all made perfect sense and everything, but she said, my daughter came to me and told me, and didn't know much about it. Didn't speak to my parents much about it until later, after Mabel died, and my mother told me the whole story. I just couldn't believe it. It was all in the papers and everything.
Alright, so this feedback's really hard to follow. Skull, could you clarify what's going on here?
Okay, so Aunt Mabel had, excuse me, according to like my dad, psychic abilities, and she had seen my dad's grandmother did the tea leaf reading of her, and saw that she was going to die ahead of time, and knew that, and then her daughter died. And after her daughter died, her daughter came to her and identified the killer. And it was correct.
Her daughter was murdered?
Well, you'll see, he clarifies later on. But the car accident she was in, she was pushed out of the car, high speeds.
Holy shit, dude.
And it was eventually found out that the people that Mabel saw, or Mabel heard from the ghost, were the ones responsible.
Oh shit! Well, if I'm looking at the bars,
I apologize for the feedback, by the way. I don't know what the fuck. It was the electronics.
I'm looking at the bars where it gets louder and quieter on the SoundCloud, and it looks like the feedback started. The bars get tiny, and it looks like it goes away in like a minute or two.
Yeah. I tried to clean it up as best as possible in post too. So
clean it up, Janie Jan.
Down in New York. Our 6 rounds died, and my mother told me the whole story. I just couldn't believe it. It was all in the papers and everything down in New York, when she was basically in a car with a group, and somehow she got thrown out of the car and run over. And that is just bad, but I firmly believe in people having the ability to be
precognition.
Yeah, to be able to communicate with other people. That are not here anymore, physically not here anymore. Doesn't mean that there isn't something else.
Going from the more paranormal thing, I think this is, a lot of people will find this interesting because they didn't believe me when I was telling them about it, but Kendall Francois.
Oh, Francois. Well, that
you
was
give,
something.
some
That was when you were little.
Yeah, I was like, what, 4, 5, 3?
Yeah, I think so.
you want to pause it real quick, Sword?
Yeah.
So Kendall Francois is the guy in the picture there. He was a serial killer from my hometown. I've told the story before, but my dad tells it more in detail here.
All right. I just want I want to change the subject. This is Tism Basement, and we like to do funny videos, and this is an autistic video from a person that I know in real life, and he is literally the epitome of this motherfucking stream, this premise, this idea, and you'll hear why. I just remembered this video reading chat, and I want to play it. It's only a minute and 18, and it's fucking incoherent but funny.
Just repeat it.
Repeat what? Super Lion Slugger?
Yeah, about Ric Flair. What?
And Ric Flair? I remember him 32 years ago when Ric Flair wasn't nothing but a fucking pop. And Stucker, he's fucking ass every fucking day. And John Horn and Sue Moore and Pino Moore, and they went to their house after every fight. Maybelline Horn was there, and Silverfly wasn't nothing but a fucking pop. You hear? And I know that. Yeah, they're done that, and ain't nothing but fucking punk ass bitch.
Punk ass bitch.
And I can do it right now. I know that 20 years ago. Hello, super ass bitch. Ain't nothing but a little fucking bitch. Ass bitch.
Hold God.
Hello. Super. Bitch. Ain't nothing but a little fucking bitch.
The debate between me and my friends was, did he say punk or cunt at the end?
I heard cunt, but
I heard punk.
Yeah, I heard cunt too.
So one.
I like
punk,
that this
two
was like
cunts.
filmed. I like that this was filmed on like a Nokia flip phone.
2008, brother, right here.
Yeah. It's
But
authentic.
Skull, punk or cunt?
I heard punk.
No, so two
I
punks
heard
and
punk.
two cunts. So we'll leave it to chat. Chat, did he,
Yep.
at the very end, number 1 for cunt or number 2, punk? What did he say? Bitch, you ain't nothing but a ass bitch. 1 for cunt, 2 for punk. All right, let's go back to audio. Also,
I'd say this is oh, I'm sorry.
I was saying I have that ghost tape the army used, by the way, in Vietnam. Vietnam.
I was gonna say this last story from my dad here, the serial killer one, is fucking the best in my opinion.
All right, well, let's hear what they played in war.
Our lives are full of decisions.
No.
Wow.
Right here.
I can see why that would scare them.
No.
our lives are full of decisions.
Was that dude doing a wrestling thing? Dude, this new Death Grips is great.
Sounds like monkeys and fucking instruments.
It sounds like Native American fucking.
Oh, I see the. It's a ghost.
Yeah.
You know, it would be even better if they just took like an old 1950s record of like haunted house noises. I have one of those that Walt Disney made.
Oh shit, it's getting weird.
I just played that.
Yeah, I definitely heard this audio before.
This would be good for like a song to sample.
Ghost tape number 10.
Nah, this is definitely a drum circle. Fuck that.
Circle jerk.
Fucking, what was the name of those whores you guys got mad I didn't know? That's something they would be a part of without shaving their armpits and showering.
Oh, your mom.
Oh, yeah, my mom's Janis Joplin. I must be famous.
Got him.
Got him.
Right.
If I'm famous, why am I even on this show? Actually,
Yeah.
if I
Why
was
are you here, Zork?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I was chasing clout, why would I stick with Skull?
Damn!
Sorry, that's a callback from like 4 months ago.
Oh, real fast before I forget to tell you, the hum makes this sound like it's like found lost footage and shit. It actually adds to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If only I had like a broken footage like filter for the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Where it would cut in and out and then have the weird screen tearing. That'd be fucking dope. But I want to
That
use
would.
it. We should. You know what? Fucking this audio is perfect.
I was working, getting out of work at 3 in the afternoon, and I came home from work.
That's Skull Kid, Bob. Skull Kid has
And I were
Cyrax
out on
fame.
the back porch because we heard all this noise, and it was helicopters flying over, constantly flying over our house and our area there. And then all the neighbors were out, everybody was going on, and what it was the press. All the press from New York City and everything coming up to cover the story. The whole street was blocked off. There were police on either end of the street. They had hazmat uniforms on. They had everything. And where I worked, I dealt with the police a lot. So I walked over there and talked to a couple of the cops that I knew. And they told me that they found a whole bunch of bodies in this person's house.
Holy shit!
Well, not all in
13?
the house.
You know, yeah, some of
There had been
13, 14, around that.
a lot of drug drug users and prostitutes, females, disappeared from the Poughkeepsie area, the town and the city, over the course of like a couple of years. And, word was out on the street and everything that somebody was out there killing, and they really thought so. And what had happened was this guy had taken a woman and she had gotten away from him, and he was trying to drag her into his house, which really wasn't his, it was his parents' house.
He lived with his parents.
Yeah, and it was directly across the street from this big medical practice building. Yep. It wasn't as if it was secluded or anything. It was right out in the open.
It was about a block and change away from our house.
Right.
Yeah.
And so this cop tells me that's what happened, and it had happened once before. Somebody said he had tried to attack her, a different woman, and the police made note of it, but they didn't do anything. And then this fit when this woman, so they went there and they found bodies underneath in the crawl space, and then up in the attic, they found bodies hanging with little pools that are kiddie pools, with the bodies draining into the kiddie pools.
What the
And you have to figure this out. The sister, I think, and the mother and the father all lived there. The cops told me it was just when you walked in, it was something like you've never seen before. Stacks of garbage and papers stacked up and everything. And then later they said, well, we didn't know anything was going on. We didn't smell anything and all that. And there's no way that you could, these guys had never seen, they'd worked murders and stuff before. They'd never seen anything at all like this. And they were gagging. They couldn't stay in long. And they had masks on and everything, and it was just horrible.
What the fuck is wrong with that family?
This guy wasn't a small guy.
The smell of decomp had to be fucking overpowering, dude. I've smelled decomp.
Same here.
Dude, you can't fucking not smell it. That's a crock of shit, dude.
13 to 14 bodies over a period of time. Yes.
Jesus.
Yes, that has to be atrocious.
After that dude was arrested, which, by the way, his nickname, Kendall Francois the Killer, was Stinky, because he didn't shower either. So, and he also worked at a high school, so he was a janitor.
Of course, he was a janitor. Of course.
He's an incel, man.
I do want to say that the family of the serial killer up and left after he got fucking arrested and fled to Connecticut. But like, there's no fucking way. Yeah, there's no fucking way. They either knew or were involved. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that was a family house that he was hiding him in?
Yeah.
Fuck, of course.
Nah. Everybody can smell that decomposition. No fucking way.
Bro, yeah, a body being left in a car, you could, like, there's people that called, like, I smell a body down the street in this abandoned car.
Yeah,
like,
it's a distinct smell.
If you look at the picture on screen, that is Kendall Francois. And my dad actually, if you think that the smell thing, it actually comes back later on in the story because we didn't even got into the sewers yet.
There's only 6 minutes left. Excuse me.
I mean, decomposition is like fucking smelling durian fruit. So it's like, yeah.
As it got big.
31 minutes. Sorry, I fucking
body.
clicked.
It was just.
Way to go, Boomer.
When you walked in, it
shut up! I'll turn this basement around.
was something like you've never seen before. Stacks of garbage and papers stacked up and everything, and then later they said, "Well, we didn't know."
Oh wait, he said there are hoarders, stacks of paper everywhere. Yeah, you.
Yeah, the whole house was just a fucking train wreck. Aside from the bodies.
His family was probably gross, foul-smelling people, considering his personal hygiene. Yeah, I could definitely see people smelling so bad they just don't smell they just don't smell bad smells anymore.
Anything was going
No. Dude, a small animal dies in your backyard, you'll fucking smell it in the house.
But again,
now you
just look at the guy.
You take 13. Yeah, no, I get it, but you take 13 bodies decomposing in a house. Dude, you couldn't stick your nose anywhere in that house and not smell it. No.
Yeah, no. I don't believe that for a second.
Just look at the guy in the picture and then look who he's compared to on his left, our right. Look how intelligent that man in blue is, and look how dumb the guy in the middle is.
There's a difference between body sweat and dirt.
Yeah.
No, there's a huge difference.
Yeah, even feces, dude. The house could have been fucking flooded with feces. You would smell the decomp above the feces. You would.
Oh yeah.
Decomp has a very distinct fucking smell.
Does he say or know how long that serial killer was active, or was it
a couple years, 1 to 3 years? I think it was somewhere around that ballpark.
So he could have way more.
I don't know if you heard my dad the first time when he said it. The cops got tipped off that this guy was trying to like abduct a woman before, and let him go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they let him. Oh Jesus!
Many police would get tips like that Pazuzu guy in Maryland, I want to say, or something like that, or Salem. Salem something.
Yeah.
Vice did a documentary on a dude named Pazuzu. They've had many tips that he has a body buried in his basement, and he's told people he's murdered and beat people. And fucking, it took one of his own quote unquote best friends that was known to hang out with him to snitch on him, and then they finally did something about it, and they found like 3 bodies. So like, police are fucking dumb. Like they'll fucking
they are.
I don't even want to get into how bad the police are, but anyways. Let's continue. Right. We only have like 6 minutes left.
And all that. And there's no way that you could... These guys had never seen... They'd worked murders and stuff before. They'd never seen anything at all like this. And they were gagging. They couldn't stay in.
I do want to say there is a There is a serial killer in my state, in a city called Chillicothe, who's murdered women. Only drug addicts / homeless or prostitute women. In Chillicothe.
Masks on and everything, and it was just horrible. Just horrible. But this guy wasn't a small guy either.
Yeah, he was like 6 foot something.
He was over 300 pounds, and he was like 6'8" or 6'9", something like that. And it was just crazy. I mean, you talk about evil. This guy is so evil. And before this, now you wouldn't remember it because it was so small. But I kept telling my wife and my neighbors that something had died because I could smell it. It smelled like the bodies over in Vietnam. You could once you smell that, you never forget what it is. And this was going on. I think he was dumping body parts and stuff into the sewers.
Oh shit!
And they would just like go to the river.
It makes sense because they never found a couple of the girls.
Right, and the highway department workers, I complained so much. Everybody complained so much. Would come up and pour these huge 5-gallon jugs of orange, looking deodorant stuff into the sewers to make them smell okay, but nobody went down and looked. And I said, and I told these cops that I knew, something's dead down in there. You guys need to look in with all these girls missing, you need to look in the sewers around where I live. And nothing happened of it, but I'm telling you, there is no doubt in my mind that's what I smelled, and that's what he was doing. Yeah. And I think he was going right down at night, just down from his house. There was, where 4 streets came together, there was a big opening for sewage draining. and I think he was throwing things in there.
And not even to mention the fact that he worked at the school.
Yeah.
He was like, what, a janitor?
Yeah, he
At the
worked
high
in a
school
school,
or in middle
but he
school?
didn't mess around with kids. It was
No,
women.
it's because he got AIDS from the prostitutes. That's the thing. I think he's dead now from AIDS.
Well, I don't think he is.
No?
But they don't know. They don't know whether he knew prior to this murder spree that he went on and everything. And I can't believe, he's like pulls.
He died 2014.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So he pulls up the little. It was steep, the driveway, and and it's not covered or anything. The side entrance to that house at the time.
I remember.
And is strangling this woman to knock her out, to drag her into the house, and you're going, and there's everybody. It's like wide open, like he didn't care.
It's literally like a bunch of people live around there. It's a city.
Yeah.
It's not like New York City packed, but it's still city.
No, and the strangest thing, and I don't know if you mentioned it before, was so the parents lit out for Connecticut, and that the house was empty, and then somebody bought that house.
Yeah.
Okay, the house got remodeled, but somebody bought that house, and somebody's living in that house.
Fuck that.
Today.
Yeah, you can still go to it. It's not
I
like
mean,
an abandoned house. It's redone.
It's all done.
But the stigma from it.
Yeah.
Even though it's 20 years ago.
Would you, if you believe in spirits, you believe in karma or bad things, that ground that house was on is got to be bad news. I would not want to live there. I wouldn't want to go.
Even if you don't believe in spirits.
No.
You're going to open up the wall one day and find like a skeleton in there.
Yeah.
Fuck that. And I guess like one of the last things is, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but you know that Kendall Francois or whatever inspired the movie The Poughkeepsie Tapes. Have you ever seen that? It's about a serial killer in Poughkeepsie. It's really good. I recommend it next time you get a chance. It's like kind of like
Stop talking, Skull.
like a big
So
documentary.
it's filmed in it?
Yeah, it was filmed around Poughkeepsie and other, like I think parts of Connecticut.
The areas where the stuff happened.
But it's not actually about Kendall. It's like a fictional serial killer, but there's very clear parallels to it.
Well, they did one of those, crime shows on TV. Did a whole episode on him.
Well, it's funny though. When everyone thinks of serial killers, they think of like weird middle-aged white guys.
Yeah.
This dude was a 6'5" black dude, 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Kind of shatters that illusion that it's.
And it's and there's still women to this date that are missing. So and all around the same time. So he supposedly told them where some of the people were. And the amount of people that he killed, so they would take the death penalty off or whatever. But there was in New York, they haven't done the death penalty in so long.
Well, anyway.
And
I think we should wrap up because Mom's pulling in now.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Thanks, Dad, for coming on and telling us some stories. And who knows? Maybe if we do like something in the future, if you have any other ones you can think of, we'll do a take 2 of this.
Yeah, I got a good story about my first day in Vietnam.
Alright. Thanks again, Dad.
Okay.
What a fucking cliffhanger. I have a story
Yeah.
about
No
my
shit.
first day in Vietnam. Boys,
Yeah.
it looks like we're doing a part 2 sometime.
Yeah, maybe like in a couple of weeks we'll do a war themed one. But I'm glad. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about the weird life stories my dad's lived through.
We still got.
It's actually pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff I didn't even fucking burn through yet, and it's time to start doing that. Happy hour, you guys sticking around? Hope you guys are.
I'm here. Dude, I got coffee, so let's do this shit.
I'm gonna go pack another bowl real quick.
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere.
All right.
Grab another tin real quick.
Yes, tin. Skull is going to go smoke some cat turd.
Yeah. One other thing too. That my dad kind of neglected to mention is this guy, when he was first caught, one of the mothers of one of the girls that he killed, like, testified against him, right?
Devon, testify. Yeah. All right, so
and when she was giving her testimony, he laughed.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, a lot of serial killers
shit, dude.
I remember
evil motherfucker.
There was a dude in Ohio that killed somebody, ran away, got caught, and when he went to court, he wore a shirt that said "killer" on it, and then he said he jerked off to the memory of like the kid he shot or some shit. Some savage shit.
God, Jesus dude. Christ!
Yeah, it's some savage
Skull.
shit.
Yeah,
Skull. What was the guy's fetish? Do you know? Was it white girls, black girls, Asian?
It was essentially any drug user or prostitute. A lot of them were white, but there were, I think, some black and Latinos. I genuinely think it's because he got AIDS. Like he would pay the prostitutes to fuck, and because no one would fuck him because he never showered even before he was killing people. He was stinky from the beginning.
Right.
And I think he got AIDS, and I think he went fucking nuts because of that. But I don't know.
Could be, yeah, because usually serial killers, they have a type. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watched a lot of fucking crime shows. Yeah. But that's why I was asking, because that didn't get brought up what his type was. So it was hookers, though. That was his fetish, was hookers.
Yeah, actually, I have a photo. I have a photo of some of the victims. Here we go.
Oh, God.
Not like the post photos. I mean, like missing posters. I'll pop it in Autism Stew really quickly. This is so this is like some of them. It's 7 out of the like 13 to 15. I forget the exact number.
Was he on his murder spree for 84 months?
Yes, 7 years.
7 years.
7 years.
Oh God, these are all atrocious looking women. Oh my God, these are all ugly women.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say they deserve it, but I mean, there's a lot of hotter people nowadays because of it.
High mileage whores, dude. That's what these women are. High mileage whores.
Yeah. And it was all around Poughkeepsie, too, which, another thing that's interesting, it took these fucking cops 3 years to realize that this dude was, like, centralized in Poughkeepsie, when literally every fucking person missing was from Poughkeepsie.
Jesus Christ. Dude, oh God, what was his name from, that old show, Andy Griffith. What was the fucking cop's name? The deputy.
Barney.
Sandwich, help me out. Barney. Is there nothing but a department of Barney Fife's fucking skull?
The majority of cops around here are like pretty fucking bad. Especially, well, not around here because I don't live there anymore, but just around my general area. The place where I live now, the cops were actually complicit in a murder of a chick who was fucking like one of their like cop friends. Like, they're fucked, and if they're not fucking corrupt, they're incompetent. So it's New York. What do you expect?
Here you go, another fatty red, third one.
Bring it on, Sork. Bring it on. Unzip. Okay, go ahead.
I've said this joke before, but Bobby Lee really went downhill after Mad TV ended.
That's not a fatty. That's Yoshi in a wig. Sork. No. Breach of contract. I did not agree to Yoshi in a wig.
Oh shit.
Let me drop a fat one for him.
Oh God, that caught me off guard. Oh shit, that hurt. Oh, get get fucked, Yoshi. You just got blown the fuck out. Now you gotta come on. Now you gotta hop in VC and defend your honor. Oh fuck,
Yeah.
that's oh shit. The nut extractor game. What?
What? Nut extractor game? Wait, what?
This isn't a normal Tism basement, but I'm gonna watch this video before I watch something spooky. Oh, of course.
Okay, folks. Well, the mailman brought these nut extractor. I'm gonna show you inside there. I don't know if you can see there. But this is what this is. These are nut extractors. The set I got goes from 17 millimeter all the way up to 22, 26. Sorry.
Oh shit! Are we extracting the nut?
19,
Nut extractor.
21, 22 and 26.
We got the nut extractor.
Nut extract. Oh, I'm dropping them all out.
You're dropping his
Anyway,
nuts. All right, so it's not what I thought it would be. It's not fun.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the title is
Different
better.
kind of nut.
Yeah,
here's
as
a
soon as I
fatty.
saw that, I'm like, oh shit.
I got something for you, Red. This will be the best one of them all. 'Cause she has
You keep
personality.
teasing the tip, and you're not fucking. Oh, wait.
She's a mouth breather, so I know you're really into that. And
I dropped
and-
one
and
twenty.
she's
Oh,
a
yeah.
juggle-
Kinda,
Go back to the beginning real quick. I love the little like seizure she has.
Oh yeah, with the hands and.
Oh yeah, I
Just
saw
the meth,
this.
dude. Just the meth. It's not a seizure.
Just stare at her. Wait till her boyfriend answers the phone. Then it gets crazy.
God, she looks like me at like 10
What are
o'clock
you
at night
doing?
during the week.
Just laying here.
Look at these teeth.
Yo,
They're like enamels rotting off,
gotta do any chores for your dad?
and she has like emphysema.
Oh, that voice, dude.
That's
Nah,
good.
dude, that voice. Nope.
Cause
Deal breaker.
I'm used to you being too busy for
Why
me.
you don't like this, boy? Oh, there we go. Look at these teeth.
Poop teeth.
I brush
Nah,
my teeth
dude.
every day. Oh, look at that small tooth hanging off the side right here. Look at that.
You can see the black in there, dude. Oh, hell no. That's a poop tooth.
Poop tooth. Bitch, you got poop teeth.
You know what my favorite video of her is? Is her when she's sick and she's still smoking like a carton of fucking cigarettes.
Alright,
And
isn't
it's
it?
like BBW. It's like BBW hottie come talk, and the first like 5 seconds is her going, you know,
What
hacking
the
up
fuck,
fucking mucus.
sandwich? Poop loops? I wish I wasn't shooting for monetization. I would definitely play this on stream. And they're
Hold on,
using almond milk, so I you know what? I would eat those poop loops.
You've never seen that? You've never seen that before?
I have now.
That used to be an old standby on FTW.
Oh yeah.
I joined.
Oh, yeah. Now I
Kinda funny
remember
when you
this.
start
I
laughing.
remember.
I joined summer
Yeah.
last year, so I'm way late. Like I left the internet right before the Andy Worski Tonka Saw fake fight, and then I came back into like this side of the internet in midsummer last year. So I missed everything.
Okay, yeah.
The
You
thing-
missed it, bro.
The
Poop
big
loops,
thing about
man.
FTW wasn't necessarily the show; it was the chat.
Yeah, that's what,
Yep.
that's what
Always so
Stretch
much
told
fun.
me.
So
Stretch
many
told me
cool
it was
people.
the chat.
Yeah.
It was the chat, dude.
Sorry, check DMs.
Anything spooky, or are you just gonna send more ET?
No, it's just more of this chick. I just want to play the beginning part of this. It's really good.
I gotcha. Copy.
So remember, the title of this is like BBW Hottie, come talk, right? So the draw is talking to a hot BBW. You gotta go back to the beginning to see that.
I remember
Yes.
this.
Go back to that first shot.
Alright, hold up. Look at that. She looks
no.
like her nose is stuffy and her breath is just delicious.
Wait, keep going though. Oh, right into the gunt.
Look at that fupa, dude.
There you go, Red. Don't let Kitty get jealous.
Does this sound sexy,
she
you guys?
won't.
Oh yeah, her voice is fucked.
Her voice is fucked, dude. No. Oh, Jesus.
Right off the bat, that gets you hard. Cough that mucus up on my cock.
That's right. Spit that mucus on my cock, baby. Yeah, that's hot.
If she smokes, she pokes.
She pokes.
You know, I used to live by that motto when I was in high school.
That's the type of chick you could kind of.
She's the type of girl.
Fuck her in the butt and do like a double fish hook.
She's the type of girl she's the type of girl you would let spit her grizzly in your mouth.
Oh, hell no, Zork. God, that's a bridge too far, Zork. No.
Man, the bridge over Kauai was a bridge too far. That was disgusting.
Oh, shit, this. I remember this.
I am the werewolf. Help. Werewolf in London.
If you're 17, 18, 19, she's 100% fuckable if you're in your teens.
No, she is.
Oh, if you're in your teens, oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, that's
I
a
just
given.
want to say this guy has like a smile that one of my real like IRL friends that watch this shit. This is what he looks like.
Oh no, I've seen this a few times.
Yeah.
Get fucked. You know who you are.
Werewolf is cute. Werewolf is goth.
Why is there a baby in the fucking wheelchair? What the?
That's not a baby. That's not a baby, Sork.
Is that progeria?
Two demons.
Yeah, it's like intense progeria. She has atrophied limbs. Look, her legs are long.
Oh my god.
Werewolf movies.
I fight vampires.
Oh my god, it's a fucking honkings. I fight vampires.
In the jungle. Every night I turn myself into a werewolf.
If you flip somebody over in one of those motorized wheelchairs,
they
do
explode.
the wheels start turning like crazily? Okay,
no.
Fair enough.
It's like GTA. As soon as it tips over, it catches on fire. They're dead. What's up, Fidel? How you doing, man?
Those fuckers are heavy. That's why I don't have an electric chair. That and I like to use my arms. But also, that chick had that fucking thought collar before anyone. This is old as fuck.
The BJ Black Belt.
Yeah, this is an old video.
Yeah, so she was like a trendsetter.
Look at that gaping mouth, dude. You got a strong fucking pause game, Zork.
Why is the autistic chick with the fucking physically retarded?
Oh, and by the way, since we're talking about spooky shit, let me pop this in.
I mean, I wouldn't call this spooky shit. I'd call this retarded shit. But that's
Well, no, I mean like, in general, like the theme.
Werewolves is cryptids.
What's spooky is they're in the gene pool, Taco. That's what's fucking spooky.
That's spooky.
What the fuck?
Hell yeah.
Somebody's fucking her. She's probably got like 8 kids now.
You guys ever heard of like that?
Right.
You guys ever seen that meme where it's like, her, he's probably thinking about other guys, and then him, it's just this video. You're gonna hit this middle of the night. But why do Bigfoot fart? Sork, so I want you to play this, and I don't want to give any context for it. If you guys know what this is, don't give context for it. Let's just confuse the fuck out of people.
I have the gifts, all the gifts on my phone, and I used to post those all the time to people and freak them out. Like an autistic, edgy person.
Click the wrong fucking button. My bad.
No, you gotta rewind. Rewind.
Like a flame burning away the darkness. Let's see if I can turn this 720. Oh, I don't like a 720.
It looks like a lame burning in the darkness.
Life is flesh on bone, and then something.
What is that? Somebody dying in the gas chambers in Auschwitz?
Maybe we will.
Don't
see.
get my hopes up.
Yeah, Red's dick is already out.
Hava Nakila, Hava Nakila, poo.
Shut up, you jippo! Quit pretending you're something other than a dirty street gypsy.
Let me let you in on a secret, Stork. It's been out since this show started.
Oh, you got doxed, Skull, by Red? Outed you for being a dirty gypsy?
He's a rare Jew gypsy.
Oy vey goyim!
Oh, that's the weird face I've seen.
What the hell is this from?
Begotten God or Begotten.
Yeah, that's God, dude.
Supposedly, allegedly.
I love the sound work.
It is creepy, but...
What if I told you that this is actually a retelling of the Book of Genesis?
Is that what the Book of Genesis is supposed to look like? In picture form? Do you have any evidence, proof, sources to your just random fake-ass claim?
Yeah, no, this is exactly what it is.
Oh, that fake stabbing with plastic's awesome.
You know what this reminded Kitty of, and me too? Unedited video footage of a bear.
Oh,
Did you guys ever see that on the swim?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, and they had a whole fake website. It was a whole rabbit hole you
it
go
was
down.
an alternate reality game.
I'll clarify this, but first, have you guys ever seen Shadow of the Vampire?
No, I don't watch Sonic.
Sounds familiar.
Willem Dafoe is in it.
William Dafoe, yeah, okay, all right, yeah.
It was supposed to be a playoff of Nosferatu.
Yeah, this was the director's first film he made, and it's a retelling of the Book of Genesis, and it's completely silent except for the sound effects, and it's essentially it's referencing Nosferatu and old German like expressionism and shit like that. And after this, basically what happens is this scene is God cutting open the stomach to give birth to Adam and Eve, and then the next scene is Adam and Eve, and it goes on. It's artsy fartsy, but a lot of people like don't really get the message behind it, and it was just his attempt to make like a kind of creepy reinterpretation of that.
Got you.
If you didn't add
It's what we call high art.
If you wouldn't add all that context to it, it would have been a much cooler video. Now it's just gay and boring. And
well, it's interesting because I love Nosferatu. It's probably like one of my favorite classic movies, and he really captured the style and like the use of color and shadow. And
if you would
I
have
just think it's
left
interesting.
it as just a weird internet video, I would have been much more terrified of it.
Oh, fuck off! It's a good movie. I recommend it. A lot of people don't like it. I like it.
Where does this link come from?
مخممة كانت موجودة. تعال وين رايح؟ شو؟
What was that? Like 2 Kids and a Hammer sandwich? I'm checking submissions. I know Junko Furuta.
What the hell did they hear? They fucked right off?
No, they heard.
Yeah, they
following
fucked off
them.
real fast.
Oh, just wait. It's about to cross the screen. I've seen this video before.
They're running from the corona.
They think they hear somebody in the school walking with them, and they're not supposed to be in the school. That's why they're running. And then one of them turns around, or it's in front of them. I forget. There's two groups of them together. But you'll see like a couple times a headless something walk by the screen.
But yeah, all that stuff I dropped in your Discord there in the Strings Admissions or whatever, was just stuff y'all could dig around, and you could probably make a pretty good show, like true crime type shit.
Yeah, I dug into David
Pretty
Parker
interesting.
Ray a lot. The Junko Pop or Junko for whatever. Two kids and a hammer. Or two maniacs and a hammer. But I'll use that for the next show, like when we actually dig into like more weird deep dives.
Yeah, there's some good stuff there, and there's some people just not heard of it.
Yeah. So they're hearing noises in the school and they don't know what the fuck's going on.
Okay. Yeah, Kitty was telling me, and this makes sense if you want to pause it. There's this it's like almost a superstition. It's they're called little people. It's relatives of you. It could be unborn children that died at a very young age. They'll stick around family members, and they can be mischievous and everything, but they're not evil. And she was saying maybe the kids that, the headless, children you were seeing in the school were kids that died around the school, and school was a happy place for them, so they haunted.
Yeah, I was going to actually, you brought up what I was going to fucking say. Like, there is a belief, I don't know what country it is, but I know in the Middle East, one of those countries, they have a belief of little people. And there's also another one where they believe, like, the little people is like an omen, and not a good or a bad one. It's something, it's like, hey, pay attention to what you're doing and stop fucking off.
Also, Sora, check your DMs.
Man.
Yeah, we're Kitty and I, our old house, there was little people in it all the time. We would go to sleep in the night, and this is before we had kids. And we were the only ones in the house. We'd wake up next morning, shit would be moved around. One time, her and we were in the kitchen, and the garbage can lid. We had one of those ones that you could throw stuff in, the lid would spin. The lid on the garbage can just started fucking spinning. So,
Found the ghost.
yeah, I do believe in the little people.
Same here. It's like right here. They think the shadow right here is the ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Shit!
That was pretty well defined right there.
Right there, it stood. Yeah, okay. There's no head. There's a leg. It's walking forward. Okay.
What year was this uploaded?
2012, 2009.
2009. I don't know, man. CGI wasn't that readily available, especially to fucking Asians back then.
But see,
yeah, like Adobe After Effects and shit was not around that time, was it? I don't think
and
so.
I don't know how you would do this effect. I don't know how you do this effect, like on a home computer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I was going to add two things because I said come in here like keep an open mind, like it could be or couldn't be. So I'll give two conclusions. One, it's shitty CGI. That's why the camera that's why the footage randomly all blurs heavily, like not on a motion blur at the same time. Like this is like intentional blur. So and so that's like definite CGI and then the blur on everything to match. Second conclusion, this is fucking legitimate. And they didn't see it until later on.
Right. And also that camera looks kind of shitty, like it doesn't have an autofocus motor on it.
Yeah.
2009, yeah, chances are that camera did not have an autofocus motor. So I can forgive the blurriness.
So yeah, 2009, and who knows if it was a couple years before that, because this is a re-upload. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it really goes all over the place of what it could or couldn't be.
Yep.
But that was, I don't know where the fuck I got that. I had to have been something I snagged from this, from.
I've seen that around. That's been on like lists for a while, like on that one channel I follow. Blame it on Jorge or
shout
whatever.
out to Tree Master Bob. Man,
Bob, my ninja.
I grabbed it. All right, so there's a couple things I wanted to show, and then there's a story I wanted to tell that I found, and then my personal, and then whatever you guys want to run off with. All right, so I was scrolling through Reddit, and this is the only image for it, but it literally found a creepy door in the woods while looking for morels, which I think is mushrooms.
Yes.
And I guess according to the post, like there was a follow-up image that I didn't grab, and I have a list of these Reddit threads, so I don't know if I could find it again.
I'm sorry. I see this shit. And I guarantee you some kids like, yo, let's just put our fucking hands in some mud.
I'm not even saying the handprints. I'm writing that off to kids. I'm saying the door, it's just a door with the fresh lock right there, but on the other side there's nothing. It was like a wall. And there's no trail in the hill or anything. It was just this wood, this concrete cinder block thing. The door frame, which is old as shit. I don't know. It was
there's
just,
there's the thing with like
paranormal. They're just saying it's just bizarre.
No, I know.
On its own.
There's a thing like stairs in the woods, and they always use these photos, and it's actually
pasta.
no, but they're actually real photos. They're an art project that was made in the woods.
I'm saying the myth behind the stairs. I know stairs exist in the woods, but I'm saying like the whole story behind their mysteriousness. They don't disappear, and they're never the same. Like I found like that's what got me interested. I was like, oh, this is an interesting creepypasta. I wonder if there's any true stories in the woods. But there's that, and then a weird campsite this person found. This is like a drying rack. There's a couple images. They're not saying it's paranormal. They said this shit is weird. Like you'll see a can of Raid, like bug spray, Trojan condom, right here.
Okay, they were fucking in the woods and they didn't want mosquitoes on them. That's not weird.
Well, I haven't checked all these pictures.
Oh,
I'm just saying they called it a weird campsite, but there's first two.
Also,
I got you.
I sent you another little one, Sork, when you get a second.
I'll pull it up when I'm done burning through what I got.
Yeah.
This is tarp. There was rigging to have tied up as a shelter. It's not even a weird. Fuck. I just clicked it because it said weird campsite. But here's some shit found in the woods.
You know what? Fuck this shit. Blair Witch pissed me off, dude. You can hear Kitty in the background. Nah, fuck all that wood shit with charms and all that. Fucking goddamn.
Oh no, this is
Blair
like
Witch.
they're not saying it's art. Like they're saying, like found this in my local woods. This is lost dogs. It's like a memoriam.
Oh,
Lost
okay.
dogs.
How the hell is a deer in the woods crawled up, like sleeping? Weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Was out for a walk in the woods today. Almost stepped on this beauty. Waiting for mom. Mom died, maybe. I don't know. Me and my girlfriend walking the woods street and saw a rainbow pool for the first time. Oh, yeah. Oh, sweet. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, see the different colors?
Leprechauns.
Leper frogs.
They want me Lucky Charms.
Buddy of mine came across this dinosaur in the woods the other day. Oh, someone turned a rock with other rocks to make it a dinosaur. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is not supposed to be creepy. They said it could be creepy, but like this weird spiral thing. I know you can take trees and bend them over time and they'll grow.
That's totally like a
found in the woods right here.
That's like a that spiral thing is kind of like the ideal pagan wedding ceremony location. You know what I mean?
Right. This fat goth girl that doesn't shave or shower. Yeah, definitely.
No, don't turn me on. Dude, that's sexy. Sword.
Fucking red's hard as a rock.
Oh, this is a sunken pond. You can see how high it gets.
That's me slapping my dick against the desk.
So that's what that banging was I hear out in the distance.
So I got UFO stories from Vietnam. I pulled this up.
Believe it or not, there was a lot of UFO activity in Vietnam during the war.
Yeah, the title of this, like, well, somewhere in here it says there weren't a lot of reports, and then there was like 100 links with all different reports. It's like, So I'll start. Pete Mazzola's sighting. At the beginning of the Vietnam War, Pete Mazzola was a young soldier. Although not interested in UFOs at the time that he shipped off to the front. Someone died. Oh, that's skull. Okay, never mind. I didn't hear feedback anymore, so I got freaked out. Anyways, through his tour, Mazzola noted that he saw many meteors, quote unquote, that moved in a way that was unlike a normal shooting star. Later in the war, he even had a direct experience with the UFO. While on patrol, his squad got pinned down by enemy soldiers. They stayed low and hid, hoping to find a way out of the mess. As they were trying to figure out a way home, they saw bright objects rise up over the paddy fields and hover in the air. When the objects rose in the air, they took fire from the American warships to the south. But surprisingly, the Viet Cong also started shooting at the floating lights. Neither side could touch the objects. Mazzola recalls seeing the shells explode just short of the lights, even though they were right on target. Whatever the lights were, neither the Americans nor the Viet Cong recognized them as friendly. The experience had such an effect on Mazzola that he founded an organization called the Scientific Bureau for Investigation after the war. Based out of New York, Mazzola dedicated his life to researching UFO experiences and other paranormal events. Oh, this is the Coin UFO incident, Mansfield, Ohio, 1973. Mansfield is where Shawshank Redemption was filmed.
In spite of considerable harassment,
I am not watching 5 minutes of this shit. Can we get to the actual footage, or are these all going to talk? Oh, right
In
here.
spite of the poopy butthole.
Oh, Sork, you're getting flirted with in chat.
Oh.
What?
Sork gonna get that snusk.
You gonna get that sweet punani?
I'm trying to chase UFO pussy right now.
Came out from the undercarriage of the UFO.
Oh, that's off. Okay, this is not what I was looking for. All right. Skylab.
Did you say
UFO
alien pussy?
I'm not going to check your chat, by the way. Now I know what you're going to send me, Skull. You ain't getting me, Bob.
No. I got something else for you.
Hey,
run, Sork.
Sandwich,
This
send
is
me ass loops again.
No, this is relevant. Play this right now.
Oh shit! Let me see if I can find
it. Which one? Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I got you, Skull. Okay,
There you
I see
go.
what you're swinging at me, bub.
A foot long. That's what he's swinging at you. Now I'll play the video.
All right, I got you. I got you, folk.
All right.
Oh, for porno!
It's just like orc porn.
You know what the internet is for, Sork?
Porn and complaining about films.
Internet is for porn.
But welcome to the Tism basement, Heidi.
Seuraavaksi vuorossa.
Alright, that's some porno music right there. Some fucking late 60s, early 70s.
UFO
It's some porno.
Oh, what the fuck, bro? What the
What the hell? What?
Oh shit.
What the fuck are y'all doing to us here?
Welcome to the Tism basement, Taco.
This is the Tism after the spooks.
Whoa. Welcome to porno!
Oh shit,
classic.
man. That's actually pretty good.
Porno.
I almost banned you from my life.
no.
Actually, Skull, you did send something in.
We need more porn where it's just like a dude in the background going, "Oh, porno!"
This is I'm actually, you know what? Since you brought that up, I'm gonna clip a couple things out of here, like the drunk dad.
Those fucking goobags.
Goobags. I hit the wrong button. So this is the creepiest child show? What the hell? Ratafka? Is this from
I don't
your
think it should be
gypsy?
Russian.
Is this from Gypsy country?
Oh, fuck you.
Maybe Slavic.
What I hate about this is the proportion, the length, and the like spindly neck.
It's so weird because it does like rise up and low down, and then the audio, fucking the song.
It's like an ostrich. Jesus.
This is so creepy, man.
Yeah, this is definitely Slavic.
Well, I do want to say that
I'm listening to the singing. Yeah, go ahead.
I do want to say this is the weirdest shit out of everything tonight, and I'm gonna have nightmares. This is terrifying, man.
Welcome to hell, Sork.
Oh fuck. Well, hell is interesting though.
Okay, from the description of the video,
Slovakian children's show. Little information is known about it so far that I know of, and it really gives off a creep. So this is like someone just said it's a random.
What it's called is Ratafak Plaktya, and it's apparently in Slovakia. It's like a national treasure. Like they fucking love this thing.
But see, this person makes it like this. The description of this video is like a weird, just shitty deep web film. What the fuck?
I squat in corner, drink vodka, and judge heavily.
Well, evidently you're turning Lou on, Sork.
What's this fetish called, Sork? Gypsy children's show?
Ratafak Plaktya.
Ini malam tahun baru daripada bakar jagung.
Yo, that's South American all the way. Oh no, it's Thailand.
5 jenglot yang harus dibakar.
This is weird.
Kalau jagung mah kurang meriah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ini jenglot. Kita bakar ya.
Yeah, that's actually a practice.
What religion?
I don't know if it's a religion or if it's voodoo.
Well, someone should find out. I want some more weirdness on the side right here.
Well, I mean,
I sent you a commercial. If you check your DMs.
I'm tired of your DMs. They're so stressful.
Ufa porno.
You already said
porno.
I've already checked my DMs, Skull. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I sent you. It's Japanese commercial baby ogre Kleenex.
Oh.
It's right above Ufa porno.
Yeah, Wikipedia is in the shrunken head deal.
It's a fine day, people open windows, they leave their houses just for a short while. They walk by the grass and they look at the grass.
That'd be funny if the ogre goes, bah!
It's going to be a fine night tonight. It's going to be a fine day tomorrow.
No, it's not. Kleenex.
Yeah.
Kleenex.
That's a real commercial from Japan.
Well, I believe it. Japan has some of the weirdest commercials ever in the world.
But Japanese people are just fucking weird.
And
just
I
say
believe
the radiation fucked with them.
2 nukes just weren't enough.
What is
Oh,
that?
yeah, 2 wasn't enough.
Willowbrook State School exposed. What is this?
That's a a little bit of a investigation that Geraldo Rivera done back in like the late 70s, early 80s.
Looking for his big
Pretty
break.
interesting.
Geraldo
I
Rivera.
don't know who talked about it.
With a pretty sounding name.
Do what, Red?
I received from a member of
I said, fuck Geraldo. That motherfucker stole like, what, five hours of my life? Fucking with Capone's empty ass safe. Fuck that motherfucker.
He done a very good thing with this asylum, Red.
Oh, did he?
Very good
Okay,
thing
well,
with it.
Oh shit.
okay, well, fuck him still.
And to his credit, he actually adopted. He's seen all the crazy shit. It basically showing where they more or less just warehouse retards. And to his credit, he actually adopted one, and still, I think a dude's still alive that they adopted.
That's
very young.
There was one attendant
Spickerican there.
severely and profoundly retarded children.
Before he started posting pictures on Twitter of his dick almost hanging out.
Making a pitiful sound, the kind of
pedophile.
mournful wail that
I'm not a fan of his either, so. But he done a good thing here.
You know what? I can't. You know how inhumane it is letting these children live.
Oh,
it's
what do you
inhumane.
mean? Like letting them live in this school, or just letting them exist? Period.
Letting them exist. Period. I mean,
I got one.
It goes back to think of what the Spartans used to do.
Oh yeah,
well,
Spartans were awesome, right?
Take a look at your DMs, Sork. I got one for you.
Hipstar's going to 69 unbleached, so I'm assuming is that unbleached or Hipstar's hemorrhoids. Either way, welcome all new people to the Tism basement. All right, I already got that link. I was just going to watch
The thing
that.
about that, though, Red, I was going to say, the thing about that, though, Red, is some of them weren't that bad when they got warehouse there. So, I mean, it's kind of...
I get that. Yeah. I mean, they the ones that didn't need to be there shouldn't have ever been put there. And when you get that mentally retarded of children that they just lay there in a fetal position naked around other people, why are they existing?
Look what they've done. Look what they done to that one Kennedy. I can't remember her name. JFK.
Hold on,
Look what they done to her.
Yeah, Kitty will yell at me in a second.
What'd you do?
It was John's sister.
Yeah, wasn't she a whore or something, and that's why they stuck her in there?
Disease and it smelled of death.
Not necessarily. I think she was a little bit loose. I don't think she was fucking all kinds of dudes. I think she just like
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, isn't she like the sister they threw in a?
That's not right.
Yeah, they threw her in an asylum and fucking disappeared her.
Lobotomized. That's so inhumane.
Yep.
Lobotomies are
It is.
inhumane.
Dude, it gets worse than that. They actually lobotomized her. Her dad had her lobotomized when her mom was out of town.
Yeah.
And
Kitty's
it went a
told me
little
about it
sideways.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane, dude. Oh, it's so
as a Christian, I'm torn when I see stuff like this of whether or not these children should be allowed to. Why just put them out of their misery? They can't even feed themselves.
They let these people.
It was Rosemary Kennedy.
Like they let these people.
Rosemary Kennedy.
Why'd they let them go into?
I heard you say much.
However, I'm gonna say something that might be a little controversial. We need asylums, not like this, but we need actual asylums. The fact that they dissolve these people, and consider my dad as a mental health professional, he had to deal with so many of these fucking people, and when they were reintroduced into society, they just could not cope with it. Some of them fucking killed people, some of them ended up killing themselves. So there is some argument to be made that a lot of these people, if we're gonna let them live, they need to be contained. Look at Cyrax.
Cyrax is an example of someone that should be in one of these. Yeah.
Yes.
This is.
And I mean, this. You say that's an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to hit you with a really unpopular opinion. I think if they're legit mentally ill, they just need to be lobotomized and stored somewhere.
Well, lobotomy
doesn't really do anything. There's going to be no use to anything.
What is that?
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
It pacifies them. It pacifies them. Yeah.
Well, they don't do much of anything. They
We've
just
got
basically
drugs.
turn into a vegetable.
But the argument against that is that you'd still have to take care of them, and it would still be a burden on the state either way.
Not
Right.
really. You could warehouse them like animals. Have troughs
Well, yeah,
underneath
but
them to get in.
I mean, let's
if
be
you wanted to
honest.
go that far.
Most people wouldn't go for that. Obviously, you know, it's
No, they wouldn't. But they wouldn't
Yeah.
go for my solution either, which is just euthanize all of them.
Next
Yeah,
video.
They
eugenics
should
is
just
not
be
a bad
euthanized. No, it's not. I believe in
Eugenics,
eugenics.
Yeah, 100%.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
What? What the
What?
I can give a little context on this. Pause it real quick. This is Harlequin ichthyosis, which I did a paper on in high school, and it's this disease that essentially turns people's skin into scaly armor, essentially, and it kills them mostly, and it's mostly in Asiatic countries. Yeah, it's fucked. Their eyes pop out.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want
See?
children. I don't like children, and this is also another reason to not want or like children. I'm never gonna have a fucking
This
kid.
this is why we need to purge the gene pool, dude. Allowing this is gonna sound bad, genetically undesirable, retarded people go down the line. It needs to be purged from the gene pool because look at what's happening, dude. Whenever you allow
Red, they're not retarded. They're just born with it's a skin disease. It's a genetic disorder.
I get that, but in eugenics, people that carry this trait in their DNA, they should be removed.
It's caused by mutations in an ABCA12 gene, which is the gene that has protein necessary for transporting lipids
though? What causes
out of cells.
mutation?
Well, it's essentially inherited from people who are carriers. There's no cure.
Yeah.
Supportive care. I'm just kind of reading notes on it. It can be treated, but most cases die because the countries that they're born in, and the ATB binding cassette sub. I'm not a scientist, so I'm not going to go on and pretend like I know most of the shit. But it's these mutations are predicted to lead to an absence of ABCA12 protein, or the production of an extremely small version of the protein that cannot transport lipids properly. A loss of functional ABCA12 protein causes numerous problems with the development of the epidermis before and after birth. Abnormalities in lipid transport prevent the skin from forming an effective barrier and result in hard, thick scales, characteristic of Harlequin ichthyosis.
And look at the pain and the suffering. That infant is suffering, man. Why do we allow this shit to continue?
My thing is, I think we ought to dump 20 or 30. Since we're printing money, we might as well dump 10 or 15 trillion dollars into CRISPR and fix this shit in the womb.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that. I think a lot of this stuff can be figured out and fixed in the womb with CRISPR. I really
The fucked up thing though is, again, a lot of these are in backward, not populated Asian countries, but backwards, out of the way countries. So funding for it, and interestingly enough, and I believe in some parts of India as well, if some places, if that kid is born like that, they treat it like it's a fucking god, it's like a fucking
right. Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
And you know who Shiva is, right, Skull?
Yeah.
Did you know there was for the next time I need to find it, there was a baby girl born with 4 arms or something, and it was a huge thing in India, and they believe it's Shiva reincarnated.
What?
Interesting. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
One of the oldest known survivors is from Coventry, England, actually. Actually, no. She resides in Coventry, but she's Pakistani. And 4 of her 8 siblings also had the condition but died as young children. And the oldest person in the United States living with the disease is a Mexican, Ryan Gonzalez.
Really?
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is very fucking depressing, so I'm going to read a story about how the U.S. government maybe shot a giant and go to bed because you guys are sad. Not you guys are sad, you guys made me sad.
funny you bring this up, dude. I went down the rabbit hole of giants. Did you know there was giants found all over the United States? Skeletons as late as the late 1800s, early 1900s. They were finding giant skeletons.
That's why I wanted to read this, because I believe it would be more likely to be true in the Middle East or in the desert than likely to be false. Like, it's more truth than false based off of that. But
do you think in the future, like when they dig up Shaquille O'Neal's grave, they'll be like, "Oh man, it's a giant,"
No, we're talking 30-foot tall skeletons.
I know. I was just making a dumb joke.
Okay.
All right, so right here, giants throughout.
I dropped a picture and a link. Go ahead.
Oh, no, what was you saying? You dropped it where?
Oh, I just dropped a link in Discord and tagged Source. I tagged a skull in red in the thing he was talking about.
Yeah, I just
he
saw
was born with 4 arms and 4 legs.
There you go. Yep.
Can I just
there
say,
you go.
That's
by
Cthulhu.
the way,
that's baby Cthulhu in human form.
What's the guy from Mortal Kombat who has 4 arms?
Goro.
Can you imagine if someone had a kid with 4 arms and named him Goro?
Oh Jesus.
It'd be fucked up.
It was actually a Siamese twin, and one of the twins died, and they went through a surgery to cut off the extra 2 arms and legs.
Oof.
That's kind of interesting.
Right.
All right, so let's go through this giant story. Throughout history, tales have been passed down of men fighting monsters. These tales are generally loosely based on real-life encounters, such as the Kraken, likely being just being a giant squid, or Bigfoot, possibly being just bear sightings in dense forests. From UFOs to Loch Ness Monster, these fantastical beasts and the associated stories dominate our imaginations. One monster race which can be found in stories of most cultures is giants. From the fairy tale Jack the Giant Killer to David versus Goliath in the Bible, giants are depicted as huge, violent beings. Depending on the story, they are said to feed on humans or livestock. Many cultures use giants as a foe for the hero of the tale, demonstrating the strength of a character and intelligence over pure brawn and stupidity. Alright, so this goes into history. The Giant of Kandahar. So, while supposedly taking place in 2002, the story was not picked up widely until 2016 when a YouTuber named L.A. Marzulli posted an episode of the series Watchers. The episode featured a supposed military contractor or soldier who said they witnessed a blade-wielding giant kill one of their fellow UFO. Of course. The giant was then downed by the remaining troops. Following the skirmish, the giant's body was loaded into a military transport aircraft and flown to an undisclosed location to be hidden away from the public. According to the supposed eyewitness, the Giant of Kandahar was 12 to 15 feet tall, 1,100 pounds, with the scarlet-colored hair and 6 fingers instead of 5. The witness and his team were sent to a remote area to search for a patrol which had gone missing. As they arrived in the area, the giant emerged from a cave wielding a huge blade, which he used to skewer and kill his friend, quote-unquote, Lieutenant Dan!
Lieutenant Dan!
Ain't got no legs.
So when questioned directly, the U.S. Department of Defense stated that they had no record of the incident occurring. Furthermore, they said that the only member in service who lost their life in Kandahar in 2002 was the first name Dan or Daniel, was one of 4 soldiers who lost their lives during an accident involving the clearance and disposal of explosives. This statement can be backed up by looking through the U.S. Department of Defense press release page, which publicly lists all military casualties. The press release page does not contain any records which involve a giant or an entire patrol disappearing in Afghanistan.
Well, no fucking shit. Like, they would actually tell you.
But it's also a private military contractor, so it's private. It's more than likely most of the public speakers in the government aren't going to have that clearance to know the information.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, by the way, this sounds like a great Metal Gear Solid spinoff. War's changed.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it's what happened in the beginning of Metal Gear Solid 5 when Kazuhira was, like, his whole team was killed by some super special soldier, not a giant, but, you know, they were super special soldiers. And
yeah. Also, I just want to throw this out there. Hideo Kojima is a hack.
You're a faggot.
Yeah. Yeah, they're Nephilim. You know that, right? The giants, and they were women that had sex with fallen angels, created them.
Oh, I got something. Now
Uh-oh.
that you said Nephilim,
Yeah, Nephilim.
Wait, hold up, Lucas. Do you have any fucking links to the news articles or anything? I don't know about that. I haven't been over there in 4 years.
Sork, here's a good outro song that's referenced the Nephilim, and it's really good. And I don't give a fuck if it's copyrighted. We're
What
gonna
is
play
this?
it.
Ghostman? Are you about to send me Ghostman?
No, Oceano, dude.
Ugh. All right. Anyways, although this case casts doubt on the story, this has not stopped conspiracy theorists and monster enthusiasts from discussing the story. Upon the release of the YouTube episode which brought the story to light, several websites which are used for discussions about conspiracies and monsters crashed with the traffic from people rushing to look into and talk about the story. Let's go to the conclusion, because this is them talking about the weapons they used and the Special Ops Task Force for a missing U.S. Army. So it's starting to get more and more bullshit. But whether you believe it or not, this certainly makes for a compelling story. See, why don't they talk about all the giants that were found before that could make it more true? That's disappointing. But I haven't told my driving story, and I wanted to close out with that. What was you going to say, School?
No, I was going to say one of the things that if we ever do another part of this, we should talk about is missing 411.
Yeah, there's other
that
people that does the missing in the woods. It's Stephanie Young does shit missing in the woods, where she goes into like the local folklore to kind of explain individual disappearances. Whereas David Politis, missing 411, looks for major patterns. Doesn't come to any conclusions. He just looks at the patterns and explains how they were missing.
It's really fucking interesting. It's really fucking interesting.
We should start off with David Politis, say the general disappearances, and then we go to Stephanie Young that goes into the individuals and gets like eyewitnesses or people that know the people, or like people that are really into the folklore that's like, well, he went missing because he went there, and when you go there this happens because of this. Like, she gets into like the nitty gritty like local tales, whereas David Politis just looks at data and compares. But anybody want to tell a story or add anything? Sandwich, Taco, Red?
Oh no, I'm good. That giant story was originally told to me by Motorboat, and I just thought it might be something good to talk about. That was what we were talking about.
Well, like I said, like we could dig into this later. Like I want like more stuff to cross reference than like to the story. Actually, I'll bookmark it now so we can use it later.
There you go. Yeah, and I remembered something you talking about reoccurring dreams. I'll tell it next time. It was a dream I had from age 5, or it's actually a nightmare from age 5 to like age 14.
Well, if you want to share it now, go ahead, man.
Yeah, we'll do it next time.
All right.
I have a story I could share real quick.
Share it.
Okay. When I was a kid, I was an only child, and my parents worked, and a lot of time I was left home alone. And if I did not have the TV or like the radio on or something creating noise, I would get this rising sense of unease, and I would hear static in my ears that would get louder and louder and louder, and I'd feel more uneasy and uneasy until I curled up in a blanket, turned the TV on, and hid underneath it. That's it.
Oh,
noise kind of, if it's a real silent room, it fucks with me. I don't like just dead silence. It fucks with me too much.
I sleep with earplugs and the fan blowing. It's weird, but that's how I sleep. I can't I like to be in all silence, but the fan,
I do too.
Like the fan at a very quiet tone, but on high blast. That's my jam. And I don't sleep with blankets. I lay on top of blankets, but I don't cover up. It's hot in my fucking apartment room.
Oh, if it isn't dead quiet, I can't sleep. So,
yeah.
Wait, Lovelock Cave, Nevada. They smoked the giants out of the cave and murdered them. Red-headed white giants were here first. Thank you very much. Don't try to say gingers deserve to be here more than regular white people do.
Fucking gingers.
All right. So, any stories, anybody, before I tell mine? Any dreams, any creepy experiences that you know of or heard about?
Floor is yours, Zork.
All right.
UFO porno.
UFO
With
porno.
the porno.
All right, so I had actually this was Lucas Von Vita Fusion's what was it, cousin, something like that. I hung out with, I met him in 2008, back when I jumped on 4chan for the first time. Well, when I was in high school, he used to do this thing, we would go out every Tuesday night, smoke cigars, talk, and just drive around everywhere in my city, part of the state. With the furthest we'd go was an hour out of our city, but we'd go in all directions, so it was just nuts. It was pretty fun. Well, I can say that night we drove by Martin what is it, Martin Sheen? That's the father, right?
Yeah, of Emilio Estevez and Charlie.
Yeah, he lives outside of my city, and we was in that area. I think it's Sugar Creek Township. This is a distance away from me, but we was driving through there, and it's a lot of back roads, small town. Technically, it's a suburb within a suburb, if you want to get technical. It's a really small area, but a lot of back. It's a small little downtown's 2 roads, one long road and then another smaller road in the middle of it, and then just farmland, woods, heavy woods. Well, we was driving around there, and we were high, we were smoking cigars, having a blast, and I was taking I got a hold of some pills and shit. I was a high school kid. If I get a hold of them, I'm gonna take them. I was me in high school. Well, we were riding around and we were hitting the corner. We just passed Martin Sheen's dad's house. Martin Sheen's house. Because we've seen the big MS in gold letters outside the gate. And how the road is, it curves around, it doubles back on each other. It's kind of like 2 S's, side by side. So that's kind of how double backed. It's hard to explain. But we were going around there and we seen a van on the side of the road with its lights on, all the doors open, and the lights were bright as shit, and it was at the apex of a corner, so you couldn't see around it. You could only see right there. So if you don't slow down and drive by slow or even come to a stop to wait, you risk flying off the road because if you don't see how sharp the turn is, or you risk getting hit straight on because of where it was angled. Well, we go around the corner, and there's just some fucking weird fuck in a work jumpsuit. I forget the name of the company, but they're a big name company in this city that does shit. It was a work shirt or one of those jumpsuit shirt things, this thick, kind of denim, but it wasn't exactly denim. I'll find the company name. But this dude was standing in front of the truck, probably blasted out of his fucking mind, but his eyes were so fucking wide open, and he had the biggest smile. And I don't know, I can't say for sure or not if it was a big spooky. His smile was way too big for his face. I just know that this dude was smiling like he just got his dick sucked, ass fingered, and he got a free ounce of coke. That's how excited this dude looked. I can't say. I will say his smile was way too big for any happy person or any person in general. But I'm not going to say it's it was bigger than his a normal face. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say that shit because I can't confirm or deny it. I do know that him being in front of that van, the van being positioned with the back doors open, hazard lights on, emergency lights on. I mean. And all his lights on, any light he could switch on, he flipped on, except for the front, the cab, because it was a van, so the front was separated from the back. So you had that wall in the back of the van, so you couldn't see in the front, so the front lights were off, the driver and passenger was off. And he was just standing in front of his car. His hood wasn't even open. He was just standing in front of it, but you couldn't see unless you slowed past him. Excuse me. But we drove past, and we just looked at it, I was huh. And Lucas, cousin, was also just huh. And we just kept going, and then after I wouldn't say a half a mile, you just hear, goes, what the fuck was that? And I started, like, you know, and then once, like, it kind of hit in my head, like, that's not normal at all. And, like, you know, I wasn't thinking this is way before I got into paranormal shit. Like, I just like, this is some crazy fucking dude. Like, I mean, I didn't live that far away from the hood or freaking, you know? So, like, I'm used to crazy people just being in my life or being around me. So he wanted to double back, and we do. Well, we make it back to the van. All the doors and lights were off, and we didn't see the guy around anywhere. And how it was positioned, like, the trees were so thick, if you jumped in them, you would make a dent in them, and you could see, like, if someone went in where the sticks broke. Or, you know what I mean? Like, you'd see, like, a trail, how thick they were. But we double back, and we pull up in front of the van, and we don't see anything. So he keeps driving, like, slowly past it and see nothing. And then out of nowhere, the fucking driver door opens, and the guy gets out, still smiling. Not as, like, his eyes weren't, like, super open, like, surprised or happy open. They were just like a normal person's, like, apathetic eyes, like, I'm still working type of eyes. But the dude opens like, no lights on, just opens his fucking driver door as we're slowly passing, and the guy, like, my friend just fucking skirted off, and that's when I dropped the cigar and burnt my fucking thigh, but freaked the fuck out. It was just weird. It was just a weird situation where the dude's standing out there, all his doors and shit open, nothing in the back of the truck, or seemingly for no reason, smiling like he just fucking got told a secret about me that I don't know, and he's excited to expose it, you know what I mean? Just weirdly excited. And then he comes back, sitting in the dark, you can't even see because it's nighttime. It's like 10:30 at night in the middle of Sugar Creek, which is like a rich woodsy area. And he fucking opens his driver door, no lights didn't even come on. Usually cab lights turn on when you open a car door, but it was just fucking weird. It was just a weird situation, and him just opening the door while we were expecting him not to be around anymore, like it was a ghost. He disappeared and turned off all his lights. But I don't know why he got out of his van, maybe just to fuck with us, because it looked like a type of thing this dude do, because you're already fucking standing out in the middle of the fucking road doing nothing, blocking the apex of a turn. But it was fucking weird, and that was like my back roads, like, weird encounter. And I don't think it's paranormal, but years later I heard about the smiling man, and I'm like, someone ripped off my story. The grinning.
Are you sure it wasn't Charlie Sheen on Tiger Blood?
Well, this dude had, like, I would say he would have what's the guy that did Shining?
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson hair, but like more bald on top is what this guy in the front of the truck, like, van, looked like. Like, and kind of chubby too.
You know, Sork, I know you wanted to end on the story, but I actually I just thought of this, and I kind of want us to go through this because it's a really interesting song. And it's something that I want to talk with you guys about. Do you guys know who Ricky Casso is?
No.
Check your DMs. Play this song, and bit by bit, I want you guys to listen to it.
I listen to Rhymesayers all the time.
No, but, like, I'm talking about this song in particular. You got to listen to the lyrics in this, and it's based on a real thing, and it's really fucked.
About the dude that hid in the basement with all the acid?
Ricky Casso.
Yeah. Like, I already knew.
Red Sandwich Taco. Do you know who Ricky Casso is?
The name sounds hella fucking familiar, but I can't place it.
I know
I've heard that name before.
Oh, Lucas, I know what you're talking about.
No, I've got no idea.
I'll pull that up next time. Because we're going to obviously do one in a couple weeks. All right, I'm going to play the song now that everyone's ready.
All right.
And I guess I got a follow-up story that, I remember the sirens, I just don't know all the details around it.
Yep, Kitty got it, and now I remember. It's lead singer of the Cars, right? Skull?
Nope. Anyway, 17 summers in developing, would it be the middle schooler getting me? Yes. Left home in the dark, to curl up in a bear, hug of Suffolk County's arms with a bevy of heavy metal records and leather Bibles, more anti-Levade than St. Michael. More Sherman, a fort on bricks behind Midas. Fly with the pentagram pilot, Sabbath and Judas, and all tunes prudent. Seems team now, but then it was devil music. Rick 6, the nickname clicks. Makeshift altering and clearing in the sticks. Forfeited kitten by the forks from the kitchen. But horsemen who drew the same symbols. Pitchforks waving at a Grand Theft 4x4 support system, alas.
Does that dude have pus flying out of his face?
I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, basically that's what it looks like.
Cops cuff him and stuff him in Amityville Asylum. It's fantasy island, but now it's lions at the top. South Oaks, but focus on the environment. And how it could have loosened a Lucifer at his client, it would flee. Pale moon, pale horse, howling death, and LSD to make it mean more than it meant. Pay attention, here's where the whole thing sours and goes from intrigue and a wowzers. At a party, a passed out drunk Casso gets got.
Why so many pimples?
I don't know.
Gary Lauer, 17 years young, you have no idea what you've done. Track him down, beat him pissy, got 5 bags back, still owes 50. Oh, Ricky, do we hound him for loot or show him how to hellbound do? Castle waves all that says let's just go and get baked instead. 2 shake hands and a beat play dead, though it's more like a skeeter shaking a web, and along came a spider with 2 of his friends. It was into the woods, a delusional mess. 4 kids dipped in a black hole bath. June 16, Castle snaps off guard. Gary tackle the pin, sees Rick pull a knife from his jack and a grin. Raise that knife like a sword to the moon. Plunge that knife through a portrait of youth. Go and say you love Satan, say you love Satan. Lara Saint say it just caved to the facelift. 32 stab wounds, gouged out eyes, burns on his skin, not a cloud in the sky. Casso would later explain he was told by Satan himself in the form of a crow to murder the kid cold. Part of a pristine whole. No. Just had to brag until somebody said, just had to rat. Sat in the cell as a merchant I hate who would hang from a sheep before the 3rd day. Some say Casso was part of a cult, but I'm sure there was more than we're told. More than adults or authority could rightly decode. Or maybe I'm wrong and he's finally home. Casso.
This motherfucker got cancer?
So, to clarify what this song is about, Ricky Casso, known as the Acid King, was a killer in America who was a Satanist who killed a 17-year-old named Gary Lauers, cut out his eyeballs because Satan, in the form of a crow, told him to kill Gary Lauers.
In approval of the murder, and it was all over $50 worth of PCP.
Damn, I did hear about this. Yeah,
yes,
okay.
Yeah, and it was in the 80s. And I just thought it was an interesting note to close on because, I like that last note of the song. Like, maybe he was wrong or maybe he's finally home and, in hell. And it's like, oh, oof. It's creepy, man. Oh, God. And now you know why the fucking eye is, like, missing and this, the face is all peeled off and shit. And the fact that he was like stabbing him and saying "Say you love Satan" over and over again is like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Good night, Lou, the good dude. We're about to wrap up, but have you told them about the sirens we heard for that 3-month period? And yes, I really wish I remembered all the details to the sirens in our city or our fucking suburb. But that was right next to the Wright Pat Air Force Base where we all lived. Like we lived right outside of it near the hood. Like in between the hood and fucking the base, which was fucking purgatory. But yeah, we had alarms go off like every fucking day for 3 months. And it was not just base sirens, it was sirens like in the middle of the fucking trees, in the middle of the fucking just neighborhoods that shouldn't have sirens, but it was all at the same time as when bases went off. And it was just fucking weird. It was 2011. There might be more details, I will come up with more, but I'm tired now, and I'm still depressed about that fucking kid with, like, skin falling off.
All right. Well, I want to thank our guests for coming by, Red Sandwich Taco.
Yeah. The Tism Hour.
Thank you guys, man. Thank you, man.
You very
we appreciate
much.
You. Yeah, we appreciate you guys bringing us on.
We love you guys, and we love what you do, so...
Yeah, we love you guys, man. Even when I miss the Tism Basement due to work, I rewatch the whole episode, usually a Saturday.
I do the same thing with fucking happy hour. We shout out the happy hour.
Yeah, same here. I like to listen to it when I'm fucking working on music. Like, I'll just throw it on in the background. It's good.
I tend to wear headphones when I listen because if anybody hears, I don't know what the fuck you guys are going to say half the time. So,
thanks for having us.
Oh, fucking.
Hey,
we're going to do this again. This is going to be a regular crossover thing where we're just going to talk about paranormal shit.
I like it, dude.
I listen to
like Happy Days and Joni Loves Chachi, dude, and fucking Mork and Mindy, dude. We gotta have the crossovers.
Can we just do a full stream of UFO porno? just over and over and over and over again.
Dude, I'm down. I am fucking
am
down for that. Dude.
No.
I condone it.
Sork, do you want to play that other song I sent you for the outro, Nephilim? It's a really creepy, good metal song.
If you guys wanted to go balls out and hop over on Bitwave, we could watch some really disgusting porn. I know FTW went over there and watched some kind of bird porn that these birds had like had their cunts on their faces and shit.
So what you're telling me, Sandwich, is you want to watch ET porno? You want to see them tits and tits?
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I want to see them tits a little more. I want to see if she stays sad. She gets happy at any point.
All right, guys.
Also, I want to say I love. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was going to say happy hour, fellas. Anything you guys are doing this weekend on your own or together?
Yeah. Just we're gonna sit and bullshit our usual thing tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm not working tomorrow, so it'll be on tomorrow.
That's why I'm up so late. I'm not working.
Is it going to be a longer one than the last week's one? Because I know you had to like jet early last week.
Yep. I'm gonna get all my shit done before the show, so there's no time crunch. And I got $50 on Taco falling asleep before hour 2.
Well, it looks like me and Skull
wait
have
a minute.
job to
I
drop
have
some
been
weird
up
shit.
this entire time, motherfucker.
That's because I told you to snort some of that Scarface that you've been hoarding.
Motherfucker, I got my second shot today. I had to take a nap, so.
Did you get the Pfizer shot?
Got Moderna.
Okay, good. Not the Pfizer shot. They're saying causes a weird autoimmune disease fucking reaction.
You know,
it's like
yeah, well, knowing my luck,
micro
I'm gonna
blood
be
clotting.
sick as dog as shit tomorrow. So.
You know, I've done the big brain move and I haven't gotten any shots yet.
Well,
I should have done the big
I
brain.
neither.
If you get Moderna shot, you technically, vaccinate everyone around you through skin shedding or whatever one of my friends said.
Oh, please. Oh, my God.
Just take like a cheese grater and just shed your fucking arm. There you go, guys.
It was protein shedding. You vaccinate through shedding
protein
your proteins. No, I don't know what he said. I'm just making fun of him just to fuck with him.
What I was going to say, though, when you guys are talking about the Giant, this album cover came into mind, and then the song's called Nephilim, and it's essentially like an alien version of the Giant if you look at it.
All right,
well, that's what it is.
Happy hour tomorrow night, fellas. 9 o'clock or 7 o'clock, 7:30. What time?
Eastern Standard is 7:30 p.m.
7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well,
No, Sandwich is just used to me fucking up time zones. That's why he instantly goes to no. I'm actually gotten better. I've gotten better.
You called out the right time zone for tonight when I threw it up in Discord.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Well, all right, everybody.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thanks for coming by, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Oh, and guys, before we go, don't forget.
I may stream tomorrow, but I don't know what time because Skull likes to stream every time I say I want to stream. So I'm just gonna have to just hit a random time.
I probably won't stream, honestly, tomorrow. I'm not really feeling it. I don't really have much content at the moment.
I got a family reunion tomorrow, and I work Sunday, so I don't know if I do it tomorrow before happy hour. But everybody, have a wonderful night.
You and Skull too. Check.
Yes.
Later.
I guess we'll fucking chill. I'm gonna chill out in here until we get done.
All right, everybody. I appreciate you coming by. I gotta play this dumbass song. But first, let's relive the Drunk Dad Wrestling Rant. This is an old school thing, man. This is old school. Let's just go through this again. Everybody, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by this spooky hour, the Tism hour, the basement hour, whatever the fuck this is. Thanks for stopping by.
Just repeat it. Repeat what? Super Lion Slugger? Yeah, about Ric Flair. What? And Ric Flair? I remember him 32 years ago when Ric Flair wasn't nothing but a fucking pop. And Stucker, he hit fucking ass every fucking day. And John Horn and Sue Moore and Pino Moore, and they went to their house after every fight. Maybelline Horn was there, and Silverfly wasn't nothing but a fucking punk. You hear? And I know that. Yeah, they're done that, and ain't nothing but fucking punk ass bitch. And I can do it right now. I know that 20 years ago. Hello, super bitch. Ain't nothing but a little fucking bitch.
Super.
SK14.